hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to y'all. Good to see ya. Quotable for the 44th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big tube cheer for you. And how's everyone doing tonight? Oh man, I'm hyped. I'm excited. I know last time we streamed on Thursday, I was saying hopefully we'll get in the preview stream, and I think that we're in. My tried and true technique of pestering people who work for Wizards until they eventually get so annoyed with me, they're just like, all right, if you promise you'll stop calling me in the middle of the night, I'll let you into the event. It seems to have worked for another set. So that means tomorrow afternoon, early access, Keldheim preview, stock account from Wizards. So yes, bonus stream. I know we didn't do yesterday, but that's because I had faith in the technique of pestering Wizards that we would get into the early access event. So tomorrow, bonus stream in the afternoon, probably starting like 2-ish and going, I don't know, a little longer than normal, maybe like 2 to 6, something like that. Probably go around 4 hours and jam out a bunch of sweet new Keldheim stuff. So tomorrow's all constructed. I have a ridiculous amount of decks. I actually have, okay, tonight there's an article going up that I've been working on that has at least one deck for every mythic in Keldheim. So that's going up tonight. And then I have other decks that don't have mythics from Keldheim that I've been working on. So I have like 1 million decks made, and then I have the 30 decks under $20 going up this week. So I built like close to 60 Keldheim decks so far. So we have a lot of sweet stuff to play. And plus, if you have sweet decks, we can play those as well. El Rotato and Jesse Doyle and Debate Bro and Perfect Dark Ritual. Welcome to the Fishbowl. And Quantum, if I missed you, thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. But tonight, I figured, what we play tomorrow? So if you've never been to an early access stream, the plan with early access, I got an Orvar twin deck, Orvar combo, which is actually one of the decks that I'm most excited to play. So yeah, we got some Orvar action. There's going to be tribal action. It's going to be fun. So if you've never done a early access stream, what we usually do for early access day is, unlike a normal stream where we just kind of play one deck, maybe 2 decks, early access, our goal is to play a whole bunch of decks, a few matches. And it's only best of one. That's all they let you play during early access day. So usually we try to get through like 10-ish new constructed decks, just one after another. Play 3 or 4 or 5 matches with one, move on to the next one, and get like as much Keldheim sweetness going on day 1 as possible. And then we'll have Thursday and next Monday and Tuesday and all the videos. Then we can go more in depth on decks through the next couple of weeks. So it's going to be fun. I'm super hyped. I'm glad we got it. I was a little nervous we weren't going to get in, but it looks like we're good. Borjan, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, there's so many sweet decks. But yeah, keep an eye out on the site. Like tonight also starts, speaking of, I guess let's just do the reminders real quick. Replay YouTube, you probably know what that means. That means you'd find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, starting tonight, we have our top 10 videos for Keldheim. Krim and I talking about our favorite cards for various formats. We also have those brewing articles I was talking about. First one tonight, next one over the weekend. So tons of deck lists going up, and so tons of content coming out on the site. Paps in the YouTube. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Also, a reminder that we have an awesome sponsor, and you probably know, if you need some Keldheim cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. I mean, you get other cards too. If you need to recycle for some reason, old school Chandra Nalar, any card you want, they're probably going to have it in stock. Pick them up at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know you want one, and they will hook you up. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Otherwise, hey, what's up, Jeff? How are you? Good to see you. Commander Labs, welcome to the Fishbowl. And Paps for the 16th month. Thank you for your subscriptions. Big super cheer for you. The Discord, it is new and improved. Check it out if you are interested. The merch page has tokens, t-shirts, playmats, good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations always appreciated. Never required. $2 more gets your message read on stream. So those are our reminders. We got those out of the way. Yeah, the Commander video, so top 10 wise, the non-Commander ones are in progress. We already have them all recorded. Standard and Modern are edited. So those will definitely be up this week. Commander we haven't recorded yet. Tomer's still working on like the pre-con updates and upgrades in his set review. So Commander is probably coming next week. Commander Clash. So first episode of the new season of Commander Clash is not this Friday, but next Friday. We figured since the season break lined up with set release, we would make the first episode be a Keldheim episode. So we gotta wait for the cards to come out Thursday, and then we're gonna record, and we'll have the first episode of season 10, I think it is now, going up next Friday. H3X Prototype, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. So what are we doing tonight? I figured, hey, what's up, Kevin? Calvin? How are you doing tonight? You sent me a sweet deck. I don't remember which one was yours, but as I was going through deck list emails, I definitely remember copy and pasting Kelvin-esque scare or whatever from a deck list into a deck list I was saving. So I don't remember exactly what it was because I've looked through a ridiculous amount of decks this week, but you sent me a sweet one. I do remember that. So tonight we have two options. I figured starting tomorrow, probably going to play a lot of Standard, some Historic, maybe a little Modern, but it's going to be a lot of Standard for the next week or two for set release. So this was our night to play some Modern jank. And first up tonight, we have Enduring Ideal, a deck that we've played in the semi-distant past, like a few years ago, but it's a really cool archetype, and someone 5-0'd with it. So I figured maybe we should break out some more Enduring Ideal action. We also still have Naya Zoo, which was our backup deck last week, the super aggressive Hellhound beatdown landfall shenanigans with Wayward Guide Beast, which I'm still not sure that's playable, but maybe we find out. So Enduring Ideal deck 1, if we have time, deck 2 Naya Zoo. So Modern all the way through tonight. Kid Koozie, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. I'm doing well, Soren. How are you? Thank you for the last Meme or Dream deck. I want to upgrade my Mutate Commander deck. Yeah. Yeah, that deck's really fun. I really love Mutate. Oh yeah, I think probably gonna skip Meme or Dream this week. I mentioned this on Twitter and someone got mad about it and said, oh, you're skipping a lot of stuff. And I know. But the problem is, they publish deck lists on Thursday, which means we're not going to have Keldheim deck lists till next week, and I don't think there's much point in doing Meme or Dream for outdated Standard. So I think we're probably just going to skip for a week and then get back into it next week once we actually have Keldheim deck lists, because it's just not that much fun to play Dead Standard. Like, I could record one for Dead Standard, but is that even something anyone wants to watch after the new set's out? I don't think I would want to watch it, so if I wouldn't want to watch it, I assume no one else wants to watch it. Dark Fuka, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 26th month. Thank you for your subscription. Good, big super cheer for you. Although, okay, one more thing, and then I promise we're going to play Magic. What I might do, tell me if you think this is a good idea for a special episode. I got to find this website real quick. I tweeted it earlier. This is one of my favorite news sites. Okay, so this is oh, it cracks me up. So this is a website that I just found out about today. Someone created bluestew.net, and the idea is this site will generate a legacy deck semi-randomly. Like, it's been a lot of staples, but you can see it's like a random deck list that's basically just all the busted cards, and they throw them together like semi-randomly. And these decks are actually like kind of hilariously good looking. As you click through them, you see these lists, and they look like lists that could actually compete. Like, if you just have like Uros and Okos and all the broken cards and then the interaction that everyone plays in Legacy, like, you could just randomly combine those cards together and you're probably going to end up with a functional list. And that's what this website does, bluestew.net. So maybe we do a special episode of something where we just get a random Blue Stew deck and see how good it actually does in in a Legacy League. That could be kind of fun. McIntyre and IR Dreaded, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. So we might So we might do that as a special episode. At first I thought like, oh, we do it for against the odds, but I think those decks are too good for against the odds. It's got all the broken cards. We have our first donation that I promise. We'll talk Enduring Ideal, we'll start playing Magic. Booster Therapy, what are you brewing for Giant Tribal in Kyle time? I know that Lovestruck Beast is a murder, but we still need to make it happen. Well, Booster Therapy, I have good news for you. I have a Giant deck. We will be playing it tomorrow during early access. Yes, I'm a little worried about the Lovestruck Beast problem. So far, the best I've come up with is playing stuff that can kill Lovestruck Beasts, like Soul Seers in the main deck. We'll see, because the Giants look really powerful, and if you're not getting got by Lovestruck Beast, which is an issue because everyone plays Lovestruck Beast, but if you're not running into Lovestruck Beast, they actually look good. They got good sagas, they got a sweet curve, they get good removal. So Giants is on my list. I have a deck list built. We're gonna try it out tomorrow, so bear with me another day until the set comes out, and we will try out some Giants. I promise. It is near the top of my list. You can also pick up some deck lists from MTG Goldfish, Homebrew to Meme or Dream. Oh, that would be an interesting idea too. Just like a random viewer submitted deck. That would actually be super fun. I like that idea. Doesn't Giants have a 2-mana deal 6? It does. You do need a Giant on the battlefield. I think that Smash, is it called Smash? I think it's Smash. I think that Smash and Soulseer are both good options. But I think you really gotta. So there's two. Okay, here's the two things that Giants struggle with, in my opinion. And actually, let's pull up. I'll pull up my Giant list. Oh man, I promise we're gonna play Magic. We're gonna play Magic. I promise. We're not just gonna talk about random stuff. Let me pull up my current form of Giants and see where we're at. Okay, so currently, actually, I don't know if I actually have a Smash in the main deck at the moment. Maybe I should. Maybe it's better than Soulseer. So here's the two issues. Here's the issues with Giants. Or, I don't want to say issues. There are two challenges to overcome with Giants. One challenge for Giants is you need to be able to get through a Lovestruck Beast. And if you look at Giants, Quakebringer trades down. Tectonic Giant gets wrecked. Calamity Bearer kind of gets wrecked. I guess technically it trades because it double strikes. Bone Crusher gets wrecked. Agar gets wrecked. So all your Giants get got by Lovestruck Beast. So you need to be able to deal with Lovestruck Beast. The second challenge of Giants is making sure you're not too slow. Because the Giant curve starts at 3, and while they have really powerful 3 to 5s, and then also I'm not sure on Cyclone whatever, the 7-drop that bounces everything, that might be worth considering as well. I don't have it currently, but it might be worth it. But their power is from 3 to 5 mana, which means you gotta have something to do on turn 2. So that was the second challenge. So that's why we have like Fire Prophecies, we have these Glimpse of the Cosmoses, which I'm not sure how good they're gonna be. We have Invasion of the Giants. These are all just, we can't wait until turn 3 to start our curve cards. So we'll see. But those are the two things to keep in mind. Embercleave probably should be in the deck, but I can't bring myself to do it. I could be a Dirty Teferi player. I could be a Dirty Uro player, but a man's got to have a code. A man's got to have a code, and Embercleave is just, that's a step too far. That's just one step too far. Anyway, we're talking too much about tomorrow's stuff. Let's talk about it as we play some matches and go along. So what are we starting out with tonight? We are Enduring Idealing, and if you've never seen Enduring Ideal in action, it's a really unique, really sweet deck. So our namesake card, Enduring Ideal, 7 mana epic spell. So once we resolve it, we don't get to cast spells the rest of the game, but we get to copy this on our upkeep once each turn. So essentially, every single turn, we get to tutor an enchantment into play from our library. We get 1 when it resolves, 1 in our upkeep. We can't do anything else. So the goal of this deck, I mean, we can brew as we go along. I mean, if you guys want to brew, we'll just cancel the stream and brew. cancel the modern. Actually, we won't cancel the modern, but we can brew as we go along. So that's what we're trying to resolve, is Enduring Ideal. Of course, it's 7 mana. So to get there, we have Lotus Blooms, we have Treasure Maps, some ways to help us stay alive until we get to our Enduring Ideal, to ramp into our Enduring Ideal. We also got a little bit of removal. We got Silence to get through counter spells, which is pretty important against all the Uro piles. So what do we do once we get an Enduring Ideal? And the idea is, first off, we can Enduring Ideal to get, if we're behind on board, we can get Overwhelming Splendor to turn our opponent's stuff into 1/1. fun ones. Humility our opponent. We can also get locks of 9 lives with Solemnity or Phyrexian Unlife with Solemnity. We will eventually be getting Form of the Dragon to win the game. Form of the Dragon, it's so weird. 5 damage, any target on our upkeep, but then our life total becomes 5. Creatures without flying can't attack us. But in theory, this 5 damage is going to kill our opponent eventually. So that's essentially what we're doing. We can get Dovescape to lock out non-creature spells for the rest of the game. So that's the goal of the deck. Survive, maybe play a lock piece or two to keep us going, to not get run over, eventually stick to Enduring Ideal, and trust that our tutors will win us the game with Enduring Ideal. So that's the plan. Yeah, I think the other interesting part of Giants is whether they should be multiple colors. Like, if you look at Giants in Standard, outside of, hey, welcome, Totes My Goats, good to see you. Outside of what we're getting in Kaldheim, I think the most interesting Giants in Standard, I mean, obviously Crocs is good. I don't know if Giants really supports the Graveyard plan, but it's a good card. Realm Cloak is very interesting. Is it worth making the mana work to cast a double white spell for basically just Realm Cloak? Because Grasping Giant, I don't think is going to get the job done in Standard. But is it worth it to splash a double white spell? It is a good double white spell, because it doesn't even blow up Giants. The other one that's interesting is Beanstalk Giant, of course. Yorvo, probably just too hard to cast. It's not bad, but hard to cast. But Beanstalk Giant, for the ramp, also seems pretty relevant. So you could be Teamer Giants, you could be Jeskai Giants, maybe you could be 4-color Giants, but I think there is a question, like, is the cost on the mana base worth it? If it is, it's probably going to be for Realm Cloak Giant. But, like, what else would we get out of white? I guess we could get some early game removal. We could get the Show and Tell removal spell. Answer anything on turn 2. We gotcha. We gotcha. I think, all right, since we're talking about deck lists, all right, we are gonna play Modern, though. I promise. We're gonna get in the league right now, but we also, I want to show you the Orvar deck. The Orvar deck is what I'm really excited about. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but boy, does it look fun. This is Orvar. This is Orvar Twin, I was calling it. So the idea of this deck is to go semi-infinite with Orvar. So Orvar, whenever you target something with an instant or sorcery, you get a copy of it. The goal of this deck, let's get into our match here. The goal of this deck is to get down Orvar with Shipwreck Dowser, which when it comes into play, you get back instant or sorcery. So then on your opponent's end step, you can kind of do like mini twin with Chilling Trap, with Defiant Strike, even with like some random other more expensive cards if you have to, like Sujiri Shelter. But really, these cards, Chilling Trap, Defiant Strike, draw you a card in target. So let's say you have 6 mana. You play Orvar on 4. You play Shipwreck Dowser on turn 5. You have 6 mana. You can cast Chilling Trap or Defiant Strike 6 times, copying your Shipwreck Dowser 6 times, because Shipwreck Dowser can keep getting back the Defiant Strike. You do this on your opponent's end step, you have a ridiculous amount of Shipwreck Dowsers, and then you untap on your next turn, you can do it again, make another 6, and they have prowess, so the 6 on the battlefield are going to turn into like 10/10s or 9/9s, and then you just swing it to win the game. So that's basically the idea of the deck. Otherwise, it's about protection, like Linvala for protection. Shepherd the Flock is really cute in this deck. You can bounce your like Shipwreck Dowser or Orvar and make a copy of it. I think the timing works the way that I want it to. So yeah, I'm excited to try that one too. I don't know if it's gonna be really good, but it seems like it'll be really fun at least. Ooh, oh boy. Oh, 2 silences and our Enduring Ideal, but so slow. Will we live long enough? I guess we gotta go in stream mode. But what deck, also, I think I forgot to mention. There we go. I also think I forgot to mention the Giant Saga Wrath is in the Giant deck. Also forgot to mention. But now I'm forgetting what I forgot to mention. Anyway, do we keep this? I don't know if we keep this. Oh, you know what? We're going to keep it. The silences will protect us. Yeah, Jeskai seems... hey, thank you. Is the beanie... The beanie's looking a little funky on the green screen, though. I don't know if my green screen likes this beanie. I like this beanie, but I'm not sure my green screen does. I wonder if I could fix that. It looks right here though. That's so strange. Once I start messing with the green screen, things go really. Hey, whoo! Look at that. Solid beanie. Solid beanie. We did it. Aerial Blazer, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so how do we beat this deck? All right, so I think we have to find the lock piece. Well, 9 lives. Oh my god, 9 lives. 9 lives is exactly what we want. So we can silence 9 lives. Live, enduring ideal. Gotcha. Lost my job today, so I'm probably not going to be donating as much as usual, but I'll always be in the audience. Oh, Aerial Blazer, I'm sorry. Well, I'm sure you'll find something else even better. I have faith in that. And you know, donations are great and they're always appreciated, but the most important thing to me by far, like if no one ever donated, that would be fine. Like obviously I definitely appreciate it, but seriously, just hanging out and interacting, like that's what I really care about. So I appreciate that, Aerial Bracer. And I appreciate your your goofy Twitch name as well. Alright, let's just tap land. I think we upkeep silence. This 9 life seems like it should be really good. So we get to silence our opponent. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! No spells for you! Just woke up on a trip to in a nap. Great timing for the stream. Well, Tuba Blid, welcome. Good to see ya. Opponent gets it, hits us. Form of the Dragon we don't really want to draw. I think let's oust the Spirit Dancer. Play the Plains. Yeah, we'll let our opponent cast spells this turn. Like how bad can it be? It's only one turn. How bad can it possibly be? Oh, they have a lot of those, don't they? The other reason I want to get 9 lives down is to start getting Nykthos mana. Like, if we can get to Enduring Ideal, we win the game. It's as simple as that. Like, if we get to Enduring Ideal, we will beat our opponent. The question is, can we get there before they kill us? Oh, yeah, I can't believe Gab cut the Panharmonicon. Seriously. And Gab, if you ever come to the streams early, Gab's always hosted because I love Nassif. Nassif is like one of my personal favorite streamers. If I have time to like watch someone stream and Nassif is on, Nassif is my go-to. But I was a little disappointed that he cut the Panharmonicon from his Siege Rhino deck. Just doesn't get it. Just doesn't get the power of the Panharmonicon. Well, we're going to go back to our silence plan, and we're going to hope we draw lands or ramp. We're only taking 1, so that's not that many counters that are going on our 9 lives. So we got time. We need white mana symbols for Nykthos, or just mana. Yeah, 9 lives is pretty good against Boggles, because they usually have one big threat. Ooh, Dryad Arbor is obnoxious. Deafening Clarion. Outside of drawing mana, Deafening Clarion would be spectacular here. It would be so good. Oh, awesome. All right, no Dryad Arbor is good news. We have another new donation. $5 donation. Shout out to Aerial Blazer. Good luck on the job hunt. Well, thank you for the donation, and I agree. Big shout out to Aerial Blazer. Always hanging out and being awesome in chat, so all right. Okay. Well, we have drawn every silence, so we can keep our opponent from doing it. I don't know if we're really progressing the game. So many silences. Yes, it is. That is all of them. I was going to say Silencetron, but it's not even Silencetron. It's Silence Megatron. I think 4 is Megatron. Opponent. Yeah, I mean, welcome to Modern. Opponent's on the Boggles plan. We're drawing every silence in history. Oh, getting closer. Opponent's going to be so tilted when we guess this last one. Oh, I wonder, do you think we should have not... Should we have not run out the 9 lives? I mean, I can't feel bad for our Boggles opponent. Like, seriously. If you're playing Boggles, I don't think you have any right to be frustrated by what your opponents do. I mean, that's just me, but Brennan, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gold Pin Ring is legit. It is on my short list of top standard cards. Well, okay, chat. Here's a card I need your opinion on. By far, come on, deck. Oh, okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. Fetch lands do not add a counter. All right. We need one land. One single land. Can we find one single land before we die? We have 2 turns, I think. There's a Griff Spoon. So here's the... Thankfully, huge doesn't matter with 9 lives out. The cats are saving us at the moment. So, Pyre of Heroes. Pyre of Heroes was by far the most controversial card in our top 10 videos. Yes, I would love your over-the-top Win Moorish Orvar combo. Yeah, if anyone has decks that you want considered for the preview stream or future streams, send them to me, email them to me, put them in the chat, because I like playing viewer decks as well. So if you send in some sweet viewer decks, I will mix those in with my own decks, and we'll play some of those. Yeah, I guess we could have waited. Ooh. 5. Okay, well, we need a land or a lock piece. Oh, come on, deck. Don't leave us one short. We're not... This is where we're going to draw Lotus Bloom. Oh, no! Oh! Oh, wow. Maximum Punished. Is that a 1-of? Why is that in this deck? Why? Why? Oh, hang on. How many? Oh my god, it's a 1-of. That is like... I mean, I guess there's a couple of temples we could have drawn too. Oh dear, that's brutal. Well, now we are officially dead. Oh... Maybe we should have fetched out the Misfill Plains so it wouldn't be an option for us to draw. Oh, that's so bad. Wow, that's... Oh. If we had just drawn a non-land, okay, whatever, fine. I mean, we couldn't cast it. Our land comes into play tapped was the issue. Rollerbag, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could have waited another turn. The thing is we have the Nykthos. So we have all these white enchantments we could draw. And if we draw a white enchantment, then we want it for Nykthos or a Skyclave. I don't know. It's a close one, a tough one. We have like zero sideboard cards. Like, quite literally none. All right, I guess we run it back. I believe that standard is the only option for the preview stream. Last stream you talked about hosting a movie night on Twitch. I hosted a small movie festival recently. We started hosting on Twitch. Could hit you up with the do's and don'ts if you like. Yeah, that would be great, Guani. I would appreciate that. Orvar and Nehru Miha goes infinite. Orvar... Wait. So you cast... So you gotta have the Nehru Miha on the battlefield? Well, I mean, we're gonna keep this. We have 9 lives Solemnity. We only have 2 lands. I kind of wonder if this deck wants 4 Lotus Blooms. Lotus Blooms feels really good. Alright, lands. The downside of this hand is we don't actually... Wow. Alright. The downside is we don't actually have our Enduring Ideal. That is the biggest drawback. Cast something targeting... Okay, so we get on the battlefield, cast it, target it. Oh, and it's able to copy. Interesting. Okay. That makes sense. Ooh, Nykthos would be good with this hand. Nykthos would be ideal. Opponent getting in for 1. Sure. I sent you a Turbo 5 deck I've been having luck with in honor of your original Amiga budget deck. Ooh, awesome. Thank you, Prototype. I haven't seen it yet, but I know I still have deck lists to get to, so it's still on the list. I will get there. I went through like, I don't know, 60-ish deck lists a couple of days ago, but I still have like probably 100 more in my inbox to get to. Let's just get rid of the Spirit Dancer, I think. Oh, Nykthos would be sweet. Game 1, we needed 1 land on our last turn to cast our Enduring Ideal, and we top decked Mistfall Plains. Also, it's arguable that we might have ran out our 9 lives a turn too early, so it's possible that if we had waited, we would have won. Ooh, yeah, we were just talking about Giants. This is a spicy take on Giants. Wow, are we getting frisky? We will make that trade. Opponent passes. Oh, that is a Nykthos. Okay, that's real good. That's real good. Well, play this. Play 9 lives. Stop on our opponent. Actually, let's beat down. We're the aggro. Skyclave aggro. Opponent takes it. No Misfell Plains to draw. Things are looking up. Silence you. Yeah, Is It Giants looks good. I like it. What is the win con? Form of the Dragon is actually our primary win con. But Enduring Ideal is really the card that wins us the game. This is going to get wonky if we end up hardcasting this Dovescape. Things are going to be strange. And we will definitely hardcast it if we don't find Enduring Ideal. Oust, not good yet. Well, make some mana. Solemnity. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need a land. We're back to needing a land. I think, in theory, though, we have so many big spells to cast that I don't know if we cast it right away or not, honestly. I mean, we do because we have 9 lives Solemnity. Like, as long as this is on the battlefield and we have Dubscape, then go ahead, make all the birds you want. We will kill you eventually. Whoa. Well, they have no answer? Whoa. That's good to know. Apparently our opponent does not believe in enchantment removal. Okay. That's interesting. I was not expecting they were literally drawing dead to that. Twitch is not working well. Is it not? Are other people having trouble with Twitch? Stuff looks good on my end ever since I have literally 0 drop frames now, which is kind of miraculous compared to my old computer where it was a constant struggle in the past. Maybe try refreshing, JP. So tomorrow I am planning on starting. Zoo is usually an aggro creature deck, and the name usually comes from, traditionally it was like Wild Nacatls and Quasali Pride Mages and Curd Apes, so it was a bunch of different like animal creature types, so that's where the name came from. But now, usually, I don't know what actually qualifies now. I would call any like aggro deck that has something like Steplings or has something like Wild Nacatl or Curd Ape or Akum Hellhound. If you have something like that in there and you're like Boros aggro, Naya aggro, whatever, I would be fine with calling it Zoo. But that is the plan. So yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern is when we start our normal stream. So right now it is 6:34 my time. So the stream tomorrow will start roughly 4 hours before today's stream started. And yeah, we'll get through a ton of decks. Decks that you sent in, decks that I built, and I'm hyped for it. I am hyped for it. It's going to be really, really sweet. Okay, confess, as a control player, I was in love with the Fling artifact deck, so I bought it in paper. Thank you so much. Take my money. Oh, awesome, Rockin' Girl Nerd. I'm glad you liked it. Oh, do we keep this? We got a silence. I mean, apparently our opponent cannot beat this lock, so yes. Last time they just scooped when we went Solemnity into a lock piece. So if our opponent's just going to scoop 2 Solemnity locks, this seems like a keep to me. Sacred Foundry, go. Opponent. How does this card sound? 2 colorless artifact, all creatures, base power toughness equal to their CMC. Ooh. Actually, I'm kind of surprised that's not a card yet. Swallyloxodon! Welcome to the Fishbowl. That seems like it could be a real card. I will say. That seems like it could be a legit card. I like it. That's actually weird that it's not a card yet. I can't believe they haven't done that. I wonder, is there anything it breaks? I guess it would make, like, things you can cheat into play really big, like Elder Deep Fiend or something. Gurmag Angler. But Gurmag Angler is already a 5/5, so it's only +2, so it's not that bad. Yeah, I think that would be printable, and it would actually be, I don't know if it would be that good. It would be token hate. Maybe it would have to be, yeah, either non-token or maybe Twitch Prime should show up. Sometimes it takes a minute. I don't know why. Ugh, I guess we should have done this sooner. Wow. Alright. Well, yeah. Now we gotta do it, unfortunately. I wanted to wait, but... Well, I guess we'll see if they learn how to bring in enchantment destruction. Marsh Flats, crack it. Not Misfill Plains. Unlife, go. Ooh. Hold. 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 Oh, Sex Rising Canopy. Okay. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow is when we're starting. Well, JP, I don't know why it's being weird, but I appreciate the sub so much. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription, and thank you so much for reminding me that we need to play servos. Big scoops here for our new subscriber, Hugavad. 275 Cal type cards spoiled. You're still the sexiest bearded magic. Well, Hugavad, thank you so much. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I recorded a Commander and Chill with Vince today. Every once in a while, I sneak onto Vince's channel for Commander and Chill, and we did a movie night episode, which is pretty cool. And let's see if they scoop. And I think my deck was pretty fun. Any guesses? Any guesses? So the theme was favorite movie. Any guesses what I went with? Is it really my favorite movie? I mean, it's at least in the running. It is a movie that I really like. It could be considered my favorite movie. Definitely like top, no. It is, ooh, well, an opponent cannot beat the lock. Out of here with your slips and your scouts and, oh, well, we didn't get to pull off our full combo, but we took down the hated boggles. Yeah, it seems like everyone got it. Big Lebowski, indeed. I got to build a Big Lebowski deck, and I actually spent way too much time on it, probably, and I think every single non-land is like a reference to something, and it's pretty sweet. I'm excited for it. Ween Live in Chicago. Who was the dude? Any guesses? So the dude character, I couldn't make it my commander, even though it's a legend, because I need to be 5 colors, and the dude is 3 colors, the Magic version. It is a card that looks like the dude, I think. Out of all the Magic cards, it is probably the most... yeah, wow, good guess, Flair. Yeah, it was Angus McKenzie. And I think, if you look at Angus, I think it's actually a pretty good dude. Like, yeah, it's got the weird like horns, but it's got the beard. You can kind of see this as a bathrobe. If you had like a white Russian and a bowling ball, that would definitely count as the dude. So I had that for the dude. Um, what about Donnie? Any guesses? I think we keep this. Any guesses as to Donnie? Donnie's actually a tough one. Norn the Wary would be really good. Norn the Wary. Ooh. I kind of. So I went partly. Okay, I'll show you the deck list. I don't think it's a secret, and it actually has. It actually has a. It actually has a. Let's put that into play. The reference is a link to a sheet with all the references too, if you're interested. Well, Swift Spear. At least we're not taking bolts to the face. Yeah, here's the Lebowski list if you want to see it. Ooh, Squee is a good one, but I think I went with. I went with Squire. I think I can really see Steve Buscemi is in Squire, and plus he's just like so little and passive and not good at fighting or anything. Attack is. I don't think there's a better 5-color commander. Like I couldn't find a 5-color commander that is actually like on flavor. So I initially had Golos. Oh yeah, Joven's Ferrets is in there. Joven's Ferret's definitely in there. You gotta have Joven's Ferret. There's lots of bowling balls. There's also some of the weird cards are like references to quotes. I think my favorite part of the deck list is the car bashing scene. I think we have so there's Fleet Wheel Cruiser. So you have the car somewhere in here. So you have the car, you have the Fleet Wheel Cruiser. You have you have where is it? You have a Smash, which is obviously what Walter did to the car. Then you have Misguided Rage, which is when Walter learns it was actually the wrong car and it was the neighbor's car that he was smashing. So there's just so many. We have for the rug we have Flying Carpet. I think that's as good as it gets in Magic. A lot of the random cards are just orbs. Hopefully the right version shows up, but those are all like bowling balls essentially, because bowling was a big theme of the movie. And then like Daily Regimen, that's a reference to the dude's quote about his keeping his mind limber, let's say. He has a pretty strict regimen that he sticks to. There's lots of silence cards for the basically Walter and Donnie's relationship, but also some specific quotes that I'm not going to repeat on stream. So yeah, I was pretty happy with how with how the list turned out. There's a Viking mod in there. If you look through the list and look at the creatures, I think it's like voice of something, but there's Dream Sequence mod in there. Old Lebowski is actually, let me pull up the list. Oh, I missed your sub. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm talking Big Lebowski. That's easy to do. Dreamscape Artist was also a mod card. Oh, we're gonna lose this one, I think. Not Drawing Lands is brutal. This list might want the 4th copy of Lotus Bloom. That might be helpful. Bunny is another kind of visual one. Voice of Silence. Or no, not Voice of Silence. Linvala, Keeper of Silence. Has kind of like the attractive blonde look going. I like Big Lebowski forever. I think Big Lebowski... Do you actually consider Big Lebowski a stoner movie? I never really considered Big Lebowski... I think Big Lebowski is just like a legitimately good movie. I mean, I think of like, I don't know, Cheech and Chong, or like Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle or something like that. I consider those to be like stoner movies, quote unquote, but I I've never really considered Big Lebowski to be that. No, I've never been to a Lebowski fest. It is one of my favorite movies, and I do really like it, but not quite. Yeah, Super Troopers I think would fall under there. Dudism is your religion? See, I've never went quite that far. I don't practice dudism. I've never been to a Lebowski fest. Yeah, I think we gotta crack this and get red mana so we don't have to shock ourselves. Well, I think this is land, untap land, or but. Well, all right, we'll see. We'll see. Does our opponent have an answer? If they can pump their stuff, we're in trouble. If not, maybe. Clarion? Nothing with that 1 mana. No mutagenic growth to ruin our day. Oh. Yep. Is this both their... Oh, Lava Dart. All right. Yeah. Well, that means we're dead. Schnapps for the 22nd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Never watched a single Coen Brothers movie. In general, I like Coen Brothers movies. If you've never watched one before, I mean, I really love Big Lebowski. But if you were going to watch one Coen Brothers movie, it might be Fargo. Like, Fargo is just a really, really good movie. Barton Fink is also very good. Burn After Reading, I liked. I think that's more of a controversial pick, but Fargo is Fargo's just a great movie. Like, I would rank that as one of my all-time favorite movies as well. Yeah, Twitch is... Hey, GP, it came! It took a little bit, but it got there. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. I like Oh Brother, There Art Thou a lot, too. And I like Oh Brother, How Art Thou because the movie's good, but the music is also so good. That movie kindled my interest, I would say, in, like, bluegrass to some extent. And now I actually really enjoy the genre. And if I'd never watched Oh Brother, Where Art Thou back in the day, I don't know if I ever would have really given bluegrass as much of a shot. But I would say Fargo's. I would say if I was gonna rank them, just not my personal preference, because Big Lebowski is my favorite. But I would probably say Fargo would be 1, Big Lebowski would be 2, and then probably, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou or Barton Fink, I think would be 3. I feel like their newer movies are fine, but they don't. I don't think Torpor does much, does it? Yeah, the sideboard is not geared for the matchups we're playing, like, at all. This stops the Scry on. It stops Scry on Stormwing Entity, and that's it. Word of Seizing is kind of funny. Actually, I think we bring in Word of Seizing. Word of Seizing seems like it does something at least. Blood Moon does basically nothing. Boils, maybe? Let's boil. We also have a new donation, which, my apologies. I will get to it very, very soon. We just have to not time out sideboarding. Wheel of Sun and Moon. It's mana for Nykthos, at least, or 2 Nykthos. Let's try it like that. We have a new donation from... I mean, we got the finish, but we're gonna die. There's no way we live long enough against prowess to get there. From Huga Fan, The Big Lebowski is the best movie ever. That's just, like, your opinion, man. I mean, the thing that makes Big Lebowski really good, and it was funny because, thank you so much for the huge donation, Hugo Vad. It was funny. Ooh, No Country for Old Men was also, that one's also really good. Coen Brothers made a lot of good movies. Has anyone seen their most recent one? I can't even think of the name of it at the moment. Turn 1, Oust. Turn 2, Treasure Map. All right, let's go Solemnity to the bottom. We might regret not keeping the log piece, but Plains, go. Princess Bride's really good. I actually don't think I've ever seen Intolerable Cruelty, actually. So I guess if I was going to skip one, I must have skipped the right one. Opponent gets it, hits us. The other thing about Big Lebowski that makes it so great is it's just so quotable. I think that is part of what makes Big Lebowski just like such a great movie. Is it's just such a quotable movie that we were somehow Tomer was in the game we were recording. Somehow Tomer has never seen The Big Lebowski. I don't even know how that's possible that Tomer has never seen it. But even Tomer, as someone who has never seen The Big Lebowski, knew. Yeah, he is obviously not a golfer. But even Tomer, who has never seen Big Lebowski, knew many of the quotes from Big Lebowski just from other people. Like he said, my friends like used to quote it all the time. So he knew a lot of the quotes, even though he had never actually seen the movie somehow. Your fiance hasn't seen it? It's one of those movies, if I know someone hasn't seen it, I will make them watch. I mean, okay, what's more egregious? Tomer has never seen Big Lebowski, or both Richard and Krim have never seen Holy Grail. How is that possible? Like, how can you be a lifelong Magic playing nerd and not have ever seen the Holy Grail? Like, how? Like, that really blows my mind. And then they give me a hard time for not having seen X-Men. But seriously. You've not seen the Holy Grail, really? I assume that everyone had seen the Holy Grail. I haven't seen X-Men. No. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces when other people have had it on, but I have never watched X-Men. I probably could not name you most of the X-Men. So I think it's fair to say that yes, I have not actually watched X-Men. In general, I don't really like comic book movies. Like superhero movies, they just don't do it for me. I've never really enjoyed that genre. So it's not just X-Men, it's just like It's just like that genre is not for me. They feel formulaic. They're all the same. You just change out different characters, and the stories are all the same. Like that's my opinion of the superhero genre. Abs and Wolf, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Especially as I'm waiting here for my mom in the hospital. Abs and Wolf. Oh goodness, what is going on with your mother? That is super frightening. Oh boy. Let's play 9 lives. Get in Hitcha. I mean, if we get 9 lives Solemnity, I think we're probably pretty safe. Yeah, I mean, I guess that also makes sense. That's your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. Oh, that's another. What's the most quotable movie? That's actually a good question. I mean, because we've been talking Big Lebowski. We were just talking about Holy Grail. What else is just like super quotable? Spaceballs, Joe Dirt. Okay, I can see that. Oh, so I forgot about Spaceballs. That's old school. Jakester, welcome to the Fishbowl, and Torglidry Wretched, welcome you as well. Big super cheer for you. I mean, Airplane. Yeah, I guess Airplane is a movie that gets quoted a lot too. That is I've never seen Big Trouble in Little China. Yeah, we are 1-0. Hang on, let me update the record. Boom, winning, taking down the Boggles. Oh, they drew blue mana. That's not great. Soul Scar Mage. Okay. Well, let's see. Maybe we just lock people. Maybe that's how this deck goes. Maybe we don't even have to win the game. We just play Solemnity in 9 lives, and that's how you win. And then the Enduring Ideal is just there in case we get to it. Well, play Solemnity. Marsh Flats. Crack Marsh Flats. Plains. Treasure Map. Upkeep Stop Set. Go. Well, alright, can you beat it? Can you beat it? Can you beat it? I don't. I feel. Oh, Princess Bride. Oh, Princess Bride is very quotable. That is very quotable. Pulp Fiction is a. Ooh, Tarantino movies. That is another good one. I will have to. I will have to watch Big Trouble in Little China. Oh, Office Space. That is. That is a good selection for most quotable. I've not seen Hot Rod. Pineapple Express. I think I saw that once, maybe. I feel like I did. That's a Seth Rogen movie, right? I think. Opponent hits us for nothing. Well, let's start the treasure mapping. I think we actually keep that, oddly. Because that means our opponent has to answer 2 solemnities to beat us. And that should lock it up. I don't think we can lose now. Oh, Napoleon Dynamite. Oh. That's another great one. Yeah, Big Lebowski is what got this whole conversation started, because I had to do a movie themed Commander episode with Vince, and Big Lebowski was a movie I did because it's one of my favorites. From the period of the 2000s, most semi-quoted has been Titanic or the... Oh, yeah, those have probably been quoted more than anything. That's a good selection. Have I seen the Jesus Rolls? I haven't. I honestly don't know if I will. Is it better than everyone says it is? I know Coen Brothers weren't involved with it, and... I don't know. What happened to Budget Magic this week? Budget Magic was honestly a victim of computer building. I just with daily spoilers and then computer building, I just couldn't manage to get to it, along with like the top 10 lists and all that stuff. So sadly, I hate missing stuff, but I just couldn't get it this week with everything else that was going on. Good news is we're out of spoiler season, so things are... We finally drew a Lotus Bloom, so things are slowing down, and we should be back on schedule, back on track. Yeah, Blood Moon is not very good in this matchup. Shaun of the Dead's really funny. Opponent. So I think the idea of Treasure Map is we can theoretically flip it and use it to cast Enduring Ideal. Whether or not that is actually enough to make it worth it, I'm not 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure that's the theory, is that the ramp is more valuable than what Maze Mind Tome offers. Opponent. Are we quoting Billy Madison? Oh, Billy Madison's also very funny. I mean, at least it was. I actually have not watched it in a long time, but I assume that it's still at least pretty funny. Huh. 9 lives. Can we die this turn? This is coming down next turn. So we know they're going to try to Stormwing. Do we 9 lives or Skyclave? So we're going to take 1, 2 counters. Yeah, I think Skyclave's fine. Skyclave, Snag Soul, Scar Mage. And then next turn we can 9 lives oust the Stormwing. And then go from there. Hopefully. That's a theory. Opponent. Where was Budget Magic this week? It just got caught in the time crunch of spoiler season. And also the computer building slash upgrading. Oh boy. Well, I guess I'm glad that we... I mean, I guess this is fine. They're not going to Stormwing. They're going to get in and hit us. Ugh, down to 5. Come on, Lockpiece. Or at some point, Enduring Ideal would be sweet. I would take an Enduring Ideal. So we get a Lotus Bloom. Oh, that's a good draw. That's a real good draw. Deafening Clarion, out of here. Sacred Foundry tapped. No bolts, no bolts, no bolts, no bolts, no bolts. Ops, okay. Living. That was a really good draw. 90s Adam Sandler movies are very quotable. That is true. What's the... Oh, no. What's the best Adam Sandler movie? Now, let's oust this. Let's slow things down. Play 9 lives. Marsh Flats. All right. Show us Enduring Ideal. It's probably... Isn't Eternal Sunshine Jim Carrey? But Eternal Sunshine is really good. Yeah, that's tough. I think Waterboy and Happy Gilmore are, I would say, the 2 top tier selections. I thought Big Daddy was worse than the other 2. Well, since we have 9 lives, we can afford to crack. So we can crack for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even know if this does anything at the moment. I guess we can just keep ousting. I would prefer not to spend our Lotus Bloom until we're spending it to cast a Enduring Ideal and pull off our combo and win the game. Opponent. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Not going to light up the stage. The damage was prevented. Oh, good try. Good try. Oh, yes. Yes. Add it to the board. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Phyrexian Unlife. Pass the turn. There's the Swift Spear. Come on, deck. Yeah, our devotion's slowly adding up. I mean, I guess at some point we might cast it. Treasure Map. Play Treasure Map. Scry for the big finish. Come on, come on. Come on, deck. Ooh, even better, Jank Jesus. It looks like we're good for the preview stream tomorrow. So special bonus stream tomorrow for early access day with a free stocked account from Wizards. Opponent can draw some cards. Well, let's scry. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's what we were looking for. And, well, that should be game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Enduring Ideal. Mission achieved. No spells for the rest of the game, but that is fine. We will start with Dovescape. Pass the turn. Okay, lock out the non-creatures. Quiz! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent, gonna make a couple birds. That is fine. But I mean, that does it, right? Non-creatures locked out of the game, and then get a Solemnity, and then get a finisher, and then that is the hard lock. Nick those to the bottom. Sure, we'll take a counter up to 5. Our 9 lives are paying off. About it. Yeah, passes. Enduring Ideal. Next step, definitely Solemnity. Solemnity. Go. Pass the turn. And there's a concession. Oh! And our opponent scoops it up, and that's what the deck's trying to do. That was actually, I mean, a little lucky that we drew the carry on for sure, but that was a pretty impressive performance against this aggro deck. Wow. Is Enduring Ideal good again? Is this deck actually oddly somehow working? We're up to 2-0. The kids might be eating. They might be eating. Thank you for the cheer, by the way. I didn't know this deck was competitive again either. I'm still not sure that it is, but we're winning somehow. I get that you can't lose, but how... Oh, so the last piece of the puzzle is once we set up not losing, in theory, we can mill our opponent out with the Mistfill Plains, but really, the next thing we would tutor up is Form of the Dragon, which is just 5 damage a turn. So 5, 5, 5, do that till our opponent dies. But at worst case, we can like Mistfill Plains, we can also get Wheel of Sun and Moon and target ourselves and discard the hand size. So there's multiple ways to make sure we can never mill out. But really, the most straightforward is Form of the Dragon and win that way. Dog a Myth handing out a bunch of gift subs. DTHDFD, Real Rankler, Arminjar, and Space Cadet. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is that Form of the Dragon a combo with Unlife? Yes. It also does. If you get into negative life total, Form of the Dragon can get you back out of negative life total and turn on your unlife again. So yes, that is oddly, normally going to 5 is a drawback, but if you're negative life because of Phyrexian unlife, then going to 5 can actually be life gain. I mean, hopefully we're not up against control, but I think we'll keep this. We got Nixos, got multiple removal spells, got an unlife. If you get milled out because you can't beat the opponent, they aren't actually... Okay. Frightening stuff going on. Well, there's our Mistfill Plains. Get that out of the way. Go. Turn 1, Amulet. Yeah, and they have a main deck, I assume, like Rex Sages or something. So they do probably have answers to what we're doing. I think I might want to make Tiny Bones Turgid for Commander. Ooh, Turgid is so sweet. I think for me, Orvar, Turgid are 2 of the commanders I'm most looking forward to building. I also really like Eskrid. Is it Eskrid? The one that's the 5-color enchantment on the backside. Sounds really sweet. Mecha, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was actually, just before the stream, working on a Turgid standard deck, a Turgid Doom Foretold deck, which we might play tomorrow because it looks pretty sweet. Been watching the stream for a long time. Figure show support by subbing. Got a cool Orvar Sagas deck. Ooh, that sounds really sweet. I have not seen Orvar with Sagas. You know what? Maybe we just When is our best time to silence? We could do it now. We could wait until they try to Titan. Like, is it worth it to stop the Dryad or the Zeus, or do we keep waiting? You are awesome, Plagueruss, but I appreciate the super kind words. Well, all right, we won't silence this upkeep. I was wondering if it's worth it just to like prevent the Azusa from coming down. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, the biggest blowout is get them after they cast Summoner's Pact, I think. Codename, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Explores. Into Bounce Land, into Untap Bounce Land. Okay. Opponent's not off to the craziest start. Picks it up. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Are we going to lose? If they have a Zeus or a Dryad, that's pretty scary. Oh. Huh. Okay. Karn seems pretty good against us. Oh, I wish we could oust card. Unfortunately, oust is a 2010 card, not a 2020 card, so it only hits creatures. Yeah. Famous last words. Should have silenced. Lotus Bloom looking a little worse at the moment. I mean, I think we're actually just done, but I guess we can play it out for another turn. The problem is they can start eating our lands. Yeah, there's no... Is there any way we can... I don't think there's any way we can win. Yeah, alright, we'll just scoop. Yeah, I'm surprised that they don't put something like Oust in Standard. I feel like, I mean, I guess it just shows that they really don't want white to be a good removal color. Strangely, we might be in a world where Karn got the liquid metal coating, so they're going to be able to start eating a land each turn, and we just don't really have an answer for that. I guess we could have silenced and waited one more turn to see if we drew exactly Skyclave Apparition, but once they start eating our lands and Lotus Bloom is locked down, there's just there's no way we can actually get back into it. Yeah, that was a tough one. I feel like that's a deck that I always lose to. Well, Torpor Orb seems somewhat relevant. Containment Priest, no. Abolisher, no. Word of Seizing actually seems kind of hilarious. I don't know if it's good, but we can try it. Silence probably isn't good. Deafening Clarion doesn't seem very good. Go down Deafening Clarion, go down an Oust, go down a Silence, maybe something like that. Yeah, stealing a Titan, stealing a Karn, just to, like, get it off the battlefield, maybe. Yeah, alright. You sold me. No islands, but the one time that we got when we played a Dryad and got boiled was so brutal that I would like to do that to someone else. I mean, there's a risk that they don't draw it, but I think it's probably worth it. Wheel of Sun and Moon doesn't do much. This is kind of a weird... I mean, it's working, so who am I to judge? But it is a little weird to have only 3 Lotus Blooms, and it's a little weird that we're not the most Nykthos-y build. Like, we have a bunch of artifacts and spells, so this is kind of a strange build of Enduring Ideal, but it's working-ish so far. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't think we can keep that. Just nowhere near enough mana. Well, alright. Sure. We'll keep it. Form of the Dragon to the bottom. Yeah, I mean, if we end up Torpor Orbing and... I guess that's true. Torpor Orb is kind of a non-bow with a Skyclave, although we do only have 2 Skyclaves, so maybe it's fine. Opponent has the Amulet. Well, there's Enduring Ideal if we can get to it. We will see. All the Garps! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Right now we are Enduring Idealing as this is our last chance to get in Modern for a minute, because tomorrow, early access day, and gonna start hitting up some new Kaldheim standards, so I figured today was a good day to sneak in Modern. Yeah, the Boyle win would be so good. The Boyle win we got against the Lotus Field was so sweet. That was one of my favorite wins we'd had in a long time. Oh, Jank Jesus. Yeah, that would be fun to try at some point. Double Amulet's real scary. Word of Seizing, actually no real combo that I'm aware of. I think it's just being played fairly, I would say. Yeah, Kaldime's sweet. Oh boy, opponent's got a really good start. Raiding Pool, tapped, untapped. Double Amulet does some frightening things. What is the hype level for Kaldheim? I'm gonna meh compared to where I thought I'd be. I'm really hyped for it. Oh, come on, no extra land drop thing. Alright, Dryad. Wow, opponent is off to the races. Well, we got hit on land, Scry. That's a land we will keep. We will untap. Marsh Flats, crack Marsh Flats. Get a Plains. Yeah, I think we got a Torpor Orb. Play Torpor Orb past the turn. Oh, no death. No death, please. Yeah, Boil would be... Well, red mana and Boil would be sweet. Oh, okay. Karn's really good against us. Yeah, Karn seems like a nightmare. Well, I guess we're probably in a bit of trouble now. Oh, yeah. Also, the problem now is now that we have Torpor Orb. Yeah, I mean, it's just we just can't beat this. They just got us. Yeah, Karn feels insanely good against our deck. There's just no way we... It's going to take a few turns, but there's no way we can win for here, so... that one did not go as well. Like, once we start losing a land each turn, there's no way we ever get to Enduring Ideal. Or anything, for that matter. Yeah, more Karn answers might be worth it. Karn's real good against us. MDO, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I mean, we're still 2-1. We're still 2-1. There's still a good chance the kids will be fed. I mean, we beat a lot of cards, but Karn in specific, ugh, our sideboard is not built to beat a Karn. Can we bet Boombucks on if Seth wins or loses matches yet? I thought do we have the ability for that? Did I pay $25 to get this deck? I just used the loan program that I'm already in, although I do think that is a sweet option. And if they actually made it a long-term option, it might even be a better option for me than it probably would be potentially a better option than the loan program. But for 2 weeks, when I already have the loan program going, it's just not really worth it for me in specific. But if you don't have a loan program, it is a sweet deal for 2 weeks. In fact, for first deck ever for a newbie, what do you think? Yeah, I actually think Infect is not a bad first deck for a newbie. Kills people quickly. It's easy to play but hard to master, so you can be bad at Infect or learning Infect and still win matches with it. But you also will still be able to like get benefit out of learning how to play the deck, and you can probably put it together pretty cheaply. So I don't ever want to encourage the world to have more Infect players, but I actually do think it's a decent first deck. Are you going to end up cashing out your collection for your non-unique art cards? I still haven't decided. I don't know. I really honestly don't know. I'm sure. So where I'm at with my Moto collection is I'm sure it is the right thing to do. Like with the loan programs, with Arena, with all that stuff, like I'm sure the right thing to do is to sell all or most of my collection and use loan programs. But for some reason, I just have a hard time bringing myself to do it. I've built it up over the course of like so long, and I've like got certain versions of cards that I like. So it's tough. It's tough for me to actually consider selling out a Moto. I love Moto. I've been a Moto player for so long, and even in the era of Arena, I still enjoy playing Moto. So I don't know, but I mean, the thing is, I know long term, my collection so far it has not gone down in value. Even with Arena, even with all that stuff, it's doing fine. Like it went down and back up, but but I do know that it's a bad investment long term. So I guess I should for the sake of my finances, but I mean, I don't immediately need the money for it, but it's also like there's also things I'd like to do someday, like buy a house and things like that, where losing a few $1,000s to Magic Online is probably not wise as a long term life choice. But yeah, so I don't know. I do spend a lot of money on Magic, that is true, but that is also that's kind of cute. It is also my job, so yeah, I mean, I can't get over Moto. I still enjoy it. I mean, if we got to the point where Arena had all the formats that I love, then I could see myself not playing Magic Online anymore. But at this point, we're not there. And I don't even know if we're super close to being there, so opponent to fairies. Ugh. It's kind of cute that we can scry every turn. Like, the treasure map never flips if Solemnity's out, so we can just keep scrying. I don't know why our opponent bounced that, but okay. Opponent bounces. Well, now maybe we actually can flip treasure map. Oh, we knew that, didn't we? I think we did know that. Let us Skyclave Apparition. Oh, wait. Does Teferi just beat us? Oh, Teferi. Oh, that's why no one plays this deck anymore. Teferi just beats us, doesn't it? I did not think about that. That might be the reason that Enduring Ideal... I mean, it's never been, like, the best deck in the format, but there are times when it was kind of like a tier 3 deck. Teferi, though, because we're casting with Enduring Ideal in our upkeep, and we have triggers on the stack and so forth, I think Teferi just means if it's on the battlefield, we just can't win. So we need to, like, get around it somehow? Answer the Teferi before we Enduring Ideal and not lose to these zombies. That's a few things we got to do. Doesn't... Let me read Enduring Ideal. Does it not? I think Enduring Ideal, you don't cast the thing you get. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess at the beginning of your upkeep is just copy it. So maybe that's fine then. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm still afraid of Teferi, but I don't think it's actually just game over like I was thinking. Well, attack Teferi. Hopefully kill Teferi. Opponent pass Skyclave. Get a Plains. What happens if we Dovescape? So we Dovescape. We can make a bunch of birds. But our opponent's going to make a bunch of zombies and probably birds. Yeah. Row. Oh, no. Are we going to go from 2-0 to not treasure chesting? That would be sad. Pass the turn. Yeah, I think that we probably lose if we cast Dovescape. It would be funny, but... Opponent, taking up Teferi. Going to combat. Attacking, hitting us. They gotta have a ton of counters, too. This is like broken cards.deck. Oh, Wizards. Lotus Bloom. A little late for Lotus Bloom. Untap. Do some more scrying. Silence. A little late for silence. Well, that's the turn. Yeah, well, we'll see. Hey, what's up, General Chow? How are you? Yeah, if Solemnity worked on Planeswalkers, it would be sweet. Made a janky Simic ramp upkeep list. Ooh, let me see Radiant. I would love to look it over. Opponent gets and hits us. Yeah. Ooh, some Coma action, eh? Coma is a sweet commander. Well, treasure map. Flip it. Oust does not beat a zombie horde. Yeah, the Coma list looks fun. That's got a lot of sweet cards in it. I like it. What do we do? I mean, we gotta cast it, right? We just gotta go for it and hope. I mean, we're dead next turn if we don't. Definitely concerning that our opponent has 5 cards in hand and they're not casting anything. I assume they're saving a Cryptic or something for this, but Enduring Ideal. Please? All lands in hand? Maybe? I'm actually not sure if Enduring Ideal actually saves us here, even if it resolves. I am not convinced. With this Teferi out. Opponent. It looks like they... well, we can pay for Mana Leak. That does not technically do it by itself. Sack. Yeah. And... wow. Okay. Very interesting. But there's a Teferi. This Teferi's all kinds of problems. Yeah, so Teferi is really good against us. Not exactly for the reason I was saying, but it is really good against us. It's so hilarious to me that it's a 8 mana enchantment and they exclude planeswalkers for it. This is from the era when Wizards was like, we don't want things to be able to mess with planeswalkers. Like, sure, you could spend 8 mana, it can shut down things, but no, it can't shut down a planeswalker. Yeah, I mean, it's 9 lives or death, so I guess we take 9 lives. Given those two options, unfortunately, I don't know what we get next turn, though. Like, this Teferi's still going to be there. These zombies are going to eat through our 9 lives in 2 turns. And I don't think there's a card in our deck that we can get that gets around Teferi at the moment. Yeah, I don't know why they exclude loyalty abilities. Wait, what are we going to yell at? What is a punt? Well, the problem is we get Solemnity, but then Teferi bounces it. Like, that's the issue. Like, if our opponent didn't have Teferi to bounce on the battlefield, then we'd be in fine shape. But with Teferi out, like, Form of the Dragon shuts down all the attacks. It kills Teferi over the course of 2 turns, but Teferi bounces it. Opponent. Well, we will read Overwhelming Splendor again on our upkeep. I'm pretty confident it excludes loyalty abilities, but maybe I'm misunderstanding it. Zombie. Alright, Enduring Ideal. Triggers. Overwhelming Splendor. Enchanted player can't activate abilities that are not mana abilities or loyalty abilities. So opponent still gets to Teferi. Well, I can't bounce a 9 lives because of hexproof. But yeah, none of this does anything. Well, we're still dead to 9 lives. Yeah. Alright, sure. Teferi, it's a good magic card. It's a good magic card. Top card is a 1 of Blood Moon. Well, they can't. So 9 lives has hexproof. So Teferi can't bounce it, but the zombies are going to get the counters on it. But yeah, if it leaves the battlefield, we do die. Alright, so opponent Uropile, Whirly Boy, and M. Jacobs. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup here for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awkwardly. Well, after you cast Enduring Ideal, you can't cast other stuff. So we can't cast. The downside of Enduring Ideal and Epic spells is the upside is you get to cast a copy every turn. The downside is you can't cast spells for the rest of the game. So it has a huge drawback. Yeah. So our hand is locked out for the rest of the game. So we're trusting that just tutoring once a turn is enough to win. Basically, once we cast it. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if I like this sideboard, honestly. The sideboard feels meh to me. Well, Oust's out. Grand Abolisher's in. We didn't even see that many islands out of our opponent's deck, but I guess Boyle comes in. Definitely Clarion's pretty hit or miss. Teferi is a problem. Leyline of Sanctity doesn't really do anything. Yeah, Leyline's just adding white mana, basically. Wheel of Sun and Moon seems better. Word of Seizing is funny, at least. I don't know if Word of Seizing is good, but... let's bring in the Graveyard Hate. Maybe that's our best bet. Graveyard Hate, Boils, cross our fingers, play first. Well, we got Graveyard Hate for days. Hey, welcome, Ishan91. Glad to have you. Hello from the U.S. How is Italy this fine? What is it? It's got to be late in Italy, right? Like midnight, after midnight? To me, the only reason I know the time zones of Europe to some extent is from the season when Vince did Commander Clash. So I had to learn that Vince is New York plus 5 hours. So whatever time it is for me, Vince is 5 hours ahead of me. So I had to learn that for Commander Clash. So then I don't actually know the rest of Europe. I assume, like, Europe's not that big. How many time zones are there in Europe? Like, there's 3 across the United States. Are there 3 in Europe or 2? Yeah, this is kind of an interesting build. I was also kind of wondering why it didn't have Runed Halo, partly because of the lack of white mana symbols. Oh, 4 in the... Yeah, you're right. There are 4, aren't there? Wait, no. Isn't California 3 hours different than me? Or are we talking like Hawaii and... Wait, California's 4 hours different than me? No. Really? You're right. Huh. Oh, okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, that makes... Yeah, there's 4 time zones, which would be a 3-hour difference. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I was going to say, I've been miscalculating times my entire life, but you're right. It would take 4 to have 3-hour difference. Good call. And then, yeah, if you go to Hawaii and Alaska, there's many. Yeah, Curse version of this deck could be interesting. Well, let's play a Plains, and I think we just... Start playing Graveyard Hate. Rip. Rip you. Okay, so it's basically like the U.S. So if you're in like far Eastern Europe, you would be 3 hours different than if you were in like the UK or Spain or France or something. Okay. So it's basically very similar to how the U.S. is. Like Richard's 3 hours different than me because he is on the other side of the country. So if someone's on the other side of the EU, they're 3 hours different than you. Ooh, let me see, Kelvin. I mean, curses are fun. We've played curses a little bit before. Ooh. I do. I remember this from. Was it a Pioneer list that you sent me? I like. Oh no. This isn't the same. The Wish. Did you send me the Wish Call Talisman Star? Oh, the Constellation Blink enchantment. Was it you that sent me that list? Because that was a really sweet synergy. Well, let's Marsh Flats. Treasure map. Who? You know, zombies are coming though. What are your thoughts on how little beards there are in Keldheim? Are there really? I haven't actually looked through. What I should do is I should go through and do a beard review of Keldheim. I might do that. Would you watch? Would you watch a short YouTube video of beard criticism of Keldheim characters? Or is that the worst idea you've ever heard? All right, I might add that to my I might add that to my to-do list. Maybe it'll be every set tradition. Like there's that person who does the Minotaur review on Reddit every set. Maybe I just need to do a beard review every set. I mean, you gotta use your expertise, right? And if there's two things I know, it's magic cards and beards. So I might have to make that a yearly setly tradition. It would have to be short. Like I can't do an hour-long video because I think the fun would wear off. But if I could do it in like 10 minutes or collab with Vince. Oh, that is the best idea. Oh, I'm seriously gonna ask Vince. Like when the stream ends, I'm gonna message Vince and I'm gonna see if I can get him to do a beard review collab, and then maybe have Crim guest just pop in for one card and say some Crim thing and then disappear. Oh, that is a hilariously good idea, chat. I love it, and I think Vince would be down. We were talking a couple of like a month ago, just before the new year. We were talking about trying to do more collabs in 2021, and that would be a good way to kick it off. Well, I guess we... Actually, no, maybe we silence this turn. I would like this treasure map to flip. So maybe this is our... Maybe... the problem is if we silence, then... we lose the silence to fight through counters. But we're going to get a treasure map to draw cards and draw more silences. Yeah, let's silence. I want to flip this treasure map. Opponent, untaps. That's such a good idea. Make Crim review his favorite card in the set that doesn't have a beard. That's actually... I feel a little bad, though, because then... maybe it's just because I got Big Lebowski on the mind. But then aren't we kind of turning Crim into, like, Donnie? Okay, so you got me, Vince. I guess really, I guess I would be the dude. Vince would be Walter with his angry yelling and swear words, and then Crim would be Donnie. I mean that's a classic that's a classic trio. All right, let's silence. That would be kind of funny if we switched switch spots for like April Fools or something. Like Krim was me for a day, and then I was him. I don't think Unlife's actually going to be good against our opponent's deck. I think we are pretty much... Well, I think we're pretty much all in on finding Enduring Ideal. That is plan A, B, and C at the moment. Find Enduring Ideal, please, please, please. Well, treasure map. Opponent. Ooh, so, well, let's resolve. And I'll play Temple of Triumph. We have all the mana we need. Go to the bottom. Enduring Ideal, way to get through counters. So, new Commander Clash kicks off a week from Friday. So, it will be February 5th. We figured, since we were in the in-between season break anyway, that we might as well time it so the first episode would be Keldheim. So I think that the first 2 episodes are going to be Keldheim. And then I'm hoping that episode 3 will be a viewer-submitted episode, either episode 3 or episode 4. And then I assume that we're going to be getting towards Time Spiral Remastered very, very quickly after that. So maybe we'll do a Time Spiral themed episode. Has anyone... Oh boy, here comes the zombies. Has anyone actually talked about the ban list yet? I don't know, did any of you watch Tomer's stream? Has Tomer talked about our plan and ban list for the season? We had a pretty epic meeting where we went on... So for the ban list for the season... Not really. So the ban list for the season... Our thinking was we wanted to do like a shake-up. That's how I would call it. Like, you know those arena events like Standard Shake-Up, where you get to play an event where a bunch of top-tier cards that you're probably... Ooh. Jeez, that would be good, but it cuts off our card draw. It does shut down field, but is it just too late? It probably is too late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. Oh, I will talk. Hang on. Let's get through this turn. I'll talk more about the bad list. Oh, awesome, Jimmy. Check the yak for the 18th month. I don't mind y'all talking about Teferi's protection, etherize every single game. There's enough in my life that changes. Oh, well, Chuck, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Oh, hang on. I guess we gotta go bottom. Oh, I don't like it, but we got to. Where's our enduring? We can make a zombie? That's the worst idea. That's the worst idea. Velocity! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, second treasure draw card. Temple of Triumph. Oh, okay. Grand Abolisher. So here's our hope. We draw Grand Abolisher, we get a treasure draw, and we top deck Enduring Ideal with counter protection. I think that's our chance. That's our chance. Potato David! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. I think I'm going to actually do the beard review. I think I actually am. So, yes, I believe we are early accessing. I'm in the Discord, which I think means I still haven't got my login info, but apparently that's happened with everyone. So yes, 2 Eastern tomorrow is my plan to do early accessing and play some Keldheim. Neo Yashu, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. All right, well, this is it. We untap, and then we will talk ban list, I promise. Untap, draw, Grand Abolisher. We scry with treasure map. Silence is not it. We treasure cove a treasure. Come on, deck. Well, okay. Grand Abolisher. I mean, they still just might have multiple counters, but we'll see. I mean, that went to plan. That went exactly what we drew up. If our opponent has multiple counters, then we can't really do any more than that, but that's exactly what we were playing towards, so come on. Live. Resolve. Commander Clash Season 10 ban list. Well, the cracking of a fetch is not a good sign. Make some zombies. Cracks a fetch. Or actually, maybe they're doing this to... Oh, well, Cryptic. Well, play the land, Enduring Ideal. We did what we could. We got to where we needed to be. If our opponent's got 2 counters, then sad. Sad times. 1, 2, 3. Enduring Ideal. Puke. Kaldheim, I'm like a 9. I'm super excited. I've built so many. I think I built more Kaldheim decks than I have for any set in a while. Like, already, even though we're not there. Well, it's going to come down for this. Whether or not we get a treasure is going to come down to this last match. Yeah, 2019 Tribal is tough. So, the idea for Commander Clash Season 10 is to do a bit of a Commander Clash shakeup. So, what we did is, we had each person in Commander Clash combined with the stats episode as a guide. Let's see, for the 22nd month, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. So, combined with that, yeah, I think I'm in that neighborhood. There's one article that has 17. There's another article that has 30. And then there's some number that are not in articles yet. So, I'm right in the neighborhood of 50 as well. So the idea was to do a Commander Clash shakeup. So we each made a list of 10 cards that we wouldn't mind to see banned for a season, combined with the information that we got from the analytics stats article. So the end result is a ban list that is a lot different than last year. There are more cards on the ban list. We have a new donation from Dries. Bring it home and feed the kids. I'm going to try. Thank you for the donation, Dries. I will do my best. Wow, this is so awkward, but I think... Wow, I'm almost tempted to keep it because of 2 Lotus Blooms, but 0 lands is too risky. Well, 2 Skyclaves. We will keep. We will put Wheel of Sun and Moon. Please be a deck where our removal is good. We will see what happens. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we ended up with a... Oh, it's Tron. Oh, no. None of our cards are good. Not a single one. Bad. Oh boy, this hand is not what you want to see against Tron. We want our 1 Blood Moon, I think. Oh, and they're going to have turn 3 Tron. Oh, the nightmare. Not like this. This is not the way we want our last match to go. Well, alright. Don't kill us. So we ended up with, I believe, 14 cards on the ban list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nah, we'll count that as 1. 11, 12, 13, 14. One of those is actually more a group of cards than an actual card. So the thinking was, oh, it's Eldrazi Tron. That actually is somewhat encouraging. So the thinking was to switch things up, get rid of cards that were heavily played, and this is a ban list for the season. So that was the other aspect, is this is not the new Commander Clash ban list forever, but for the next season, we wanted it to be a little bit different because the cast is staying the same. Oftentimes between seasons, we change up the cast. This time it's the same crew: me, Richard, Tomer, and Krim. So to make sure the season was different, we decided that one of the big ways we would make things different would be with the ban list. So anyone want to take a stab on cards that would be banned on Commander Clash this year, or for this season? Well, opponent scries, pass the turn. Does it actually stop it permanently? Tap. Well, I actually might. It looks like, unlike Treasure Map, putting a counter on, I think, is a cost rather than an effect. So I guess we could have just played Solemnity there. You're right. All right. So we have one winner already. Yes, Hull Breacher is on the ban list. Hull Breacher has been added to the ban list, and that was actually there's actually 3 cards that kind of fall under the same heading. So we decided to ban the package of Hull Breacher, Narset, and Notion Thief for this season. So we wreck you if you draw cards flash Planeswalker package. Yeah, that one obviously is a little bit sad for Krim. Although, at the same time, Tolags, welcome to the fishbowl. I think Krim said those I think Krim said those exact words when we had the meeting where we were debating the changes. I think he actually said, so you're banning me. But really, Krim only played that 4 times, I believe, when we looked at the stats episode. So it was actually something that we feared way more than happened in practice. Honestly, my argument when we had the meeting about those cards was not that they needed to be banned. I'm actually fine with them stopping card draw. I can even see like an upside to having card draw hate. The thing I dislike is the like play one of those wheel synergy where that kind of wins the game but doesn't really win the game. So you just end up with 3 salty players who have no hand and are miserable, and one person who pulled off the Narset Hull Breacher wheel who might be a control deck that can't really win the game anyway. So then you just have this like half hour of a bunch of turds where you have a bunch of sad, salty people and the game's still going. So yes, those were on the list. Someone else mentioned Rhystic Study. We also decided to ban Rhystic Study. And to go along with Rhystic Study, Mystic Remora. Not because we play Mystic Remora a lot, but on the thinking that if Rhystic Study was banned, there might be a lot of Mystic Remoras as a replacement. So yes, those 2 were on the list. That was Tomer's big argument. It's not that this is too good, it's that Seth never pays for it, and I'm sick of it. So you are right. I think unintentionally, I ended up getting it banned. Oh, Liquidmental Coding. We can't beat these cards. Yeah, they got us again. Ooh. So that is on the list. So we talked about, okay, Notion Thief, Narset, Hull Breacher, Rhystic Study, Mystic Remora. So that gets us to 5 of the 14. Any other guesses? Okay, I'll give you a hint. There's no $100 price limit for next season. But original dual lands, they're actually not included among the 14 cards. Original dual lands are going to be off limits still, just for price considerations. There are 2 cards that are banned for price reasons. One of them, yes, is Gaia's Cradle. Also because I think Tomer hates it because of playing with Vince. I think Vince has just ruined ruined Gaia's Cradle for Tomer forever. So yes, that is on the ban list. The other card that was banned, and this is going to be interesting, perhaps the biggest change for next season, is to go along with what is banned. We also had some unbannings. We completely reevaluated the ban list, and for the first time since season, I want to say 4 or 5, we are freeing Soul Ring. Soul Ring is going to be legal in the format. Hey, what's up, Kodak? In the Commander Clash meta for the first time in like several seasons, but Mana Crypt is going to be banned, which seems a little bit weird, but the argument was essentially that everyone has Soul Ring. It comes in every single precon. It costs a couple of bucks, so everyone's going to have access to it. Mana Crypt, on the other hand, even though I think their power levels are comparable, Mana Crypt is like $100, and it's still a card that you would throw in essentially every deck. So yes, Soul Ring is making a return for this season, but Mana Crypt is banned for price concerns more so than power level concerns. Is there anything else we want to sideboard in here? Grand Abolisher. Containment Priest. Ugh. I don't know about the sideboard. All right, so we're getting there. So we talked about the unbannings. Speaking of unbannings, we had to throw Crim. We had to throw Crim a little something. After banning his Narcissus and Wheels. So for the first time in several seasons as well, yeah, Cyclonic Rift is going to make a return. Although, I think it's also worth mentioning, when we talked about this, the other thing that we mentioned is we're also very open to all of your feedback. So if games with this ban list are not going in a way that people enjoy, and everyone's like, I'm sick of Cyclonic Rift. We're seeing it every game. It's just like dominating how these games are playing out. We are open to changing things mid-season. So keep that in mind. If there's a change that you don't like, it's not necessarily locked in for the entire season. This is what we're starting off with. This is our plan, but we are definitely going to be listening to everyone's feedback. Rift is an auto-include, and personally, I don't like Rift, and I would prefer that Rift be banned in Commander proper, actually. But it has been banned for a while. And we did ban a lot of blue cards. Boy, this Eldrazi Tron player is really good at assembling Tron this game. We did ban a lot of blue cards, and I think it'll be interesting to give it a try. I am nervous, I think, about Cyclonic Rift as far as cards that are coming off the ban list. Soul Ring, whatever. I think that the argument that that's how most people play Commander, that is reasonable, and it is cheap. And I guess worst case, someone runs away with the game and you play a second game type of thing. We're not going to draw these lands. Oh, this is going horribly. Kept this mostly because we had Enduring Ideal and we had our Lotus Bloom, but the end result is our opponent has 7 mana on turn 3, and we have 1. If they play Karn here, it's just game. Mana Reshaper. Well, that's not a Karn, thankfully. All right, land. We would like to get this treasure chest. Come on, deck. So we get a Lotus Bloom. We need still a bit more mana, though. Not good. Well, oust you, Pesiterd. Okay, the rest on the list. So that's most of the list. Let me see. We can go back to our guesses. So the rest of the remaining, let's see. Okay, so I would say we have, looking at the cards that are banned, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so remaining on the list, if you want to try to guess it, one is, I would consider a Seth card that comes in the mana base. Yeah. Well, that's a sad way for it to end. So, all right, we'll come back to the bad list. We finished our league. So what do we see with this deck? We start off 2-0, and we're feeling pretty good. And then we lost to a lot of 2019 cards. We got wrecked by 2 different Karn decks and a Uropile to Fairy deck. And those decks seem like a really big problem. We just don't have a way to deal with them. Like, a Karn comes down, and we basically just lose. A Teferi comes down, and we also kind of basically just lose because it can bounce our pieces if we Enduring Ideal, and they have a ton of counters. So I feel like some sort of plan, I don't know, Banishing Light, Nevermore, something. Yeah, an O-ring style effect to get Planeswalkers off the battlefield could be good. The other thing with this deck is I'm not 100% convinced this is the ideal build of Enduring Ideal, and I'm not an expert on this deck, but what I would say is I think we want to try to get to Enduring Ideal quicker. So my instinct would be add in another Lotus Bloom to speed things up. Because I felt like when we were winning and doing well, a lot of that came from us locking our opponent with Solemnity and 9 lives or Phyrexian on life, rather than actually Enduring Ideal. We did Enduring Ideal sometimes, but I would say we want to try to speed things up. So I would be looking at bringing in another Lotus Bloom. I would probably be looking at going up more Nykthoses. And then the other weird part of this deck to me is all the spells. Traditionally, Nykthos is one of the main ways that you want to try to ramp into your 9 lives. So I'm actually curious if this package is right, or if we want to be playing more cheap white permanents to try to ramp with Nykthos a little bit more. Border Post would actually be very interesting. I could actually see an argument. You'd probably have to change up the mana base a bit, but Border Post could be good. You could have, oh no, what is why am I not thinking of the name of this card at the moment? What is the double white protection card that they just reprinted in Standard? For some reason, I'm totally just spacing on this card. Ruined Halo! Yes, thank you. Like, stuff like Ruined Halo could be interesting, and it's double white, so that could be a possibility. Instead of the Ouse, you could play On Thin Ice or something like that, which would be adding more white mana symbols. So I feel like this is a sweet deck, and it's a sweet idea. I'm not sure it lines up with the meta super well, and I'm not sure about this specific build. Silences were sweet sometimes. Oust, not really sold on Oust. I'm not even sure why you would play that over, I guess it's to be against Death Shadow, like making them gain life is helpful, but I don't know if it's even better than Path. So I feel like Chain to the Rocks would be another good option. So I like the idea. And Enduring Ideal is a fun archetype. Not 100% sold on the certain build, and definitely need more answers to Planeswalkers. So, yeah, Nevermore I think could be a good option for the sideboard of the main deck. Maybe even Gideon's Intervention could be an option. And maybe we also just hit hard matchups. We did hit 2 Karn matchups, and Karn is like just so insane if you can't answer it, for us in specific. So, I think viewer submitted decks will be excluded, just so viewers don't have to go through the hassle of it. But we got a little time, so I think we can finally go to deck 2, especially since it is a fast one. Ooh, 5-color Legends. I also have a 5-color mono green Legend deck, and it looks like we have a lot of the same cards. I did not go Toski in my build, but I actually really like that archetype. That is another one that is high on my list to try out. The Eska 5-color Legend pile. My build, when I was messing around with it, and I haven't got to play it yet, but I went with a Vorinclex Planeswalker backup plan, essentially. So we'd be able to tutor up Vorinclex potentially, and then play a Garruk or something in Insta Ultimate. So, alright, so deck number 2, and then we'll finish up the ban list as we get into league number 2. So deck number 2 on Modern Night, we have Naya Zoo, and this deck, it is the opposite of last one. Yeah, I have a 5-color well, not 5-color, but I do have a Changeling party deck that I want to try. So this deck, it's all about being aggressive. It is the exact opposite of what we just played. And what are we doing with this deck? We are playing 1-drops primarily, and we are attacking. We have Step Links to go along with Akum Hellhound. That gives us a bunch of creatures that if we have a fetch land can attack for 4 with double landfall. We got a Kurdape. I mean, you can't be Zoo without having a Kurdape. That's kind of like the traditional Zoo creature. We got 1 Goblin Guide. We have 3 Wayward Guide Beasts, which curious to see how good they're going to be. Picking up our own lands to get more landfall triggers. Wild Nikotl, just a 3/3 for 1, another good Zoo creature. Burning Tree to flood the board. We can Burning Tree into something like Brushfire, another big landfall creature, into Wrenn and 6 to get back our fetch lands to get more landfall triggers. We got a Bushwhacker on the top end of our curve, and then essentially a Tarka's Command is essentially another Bushwhacker. That's how I think of it. It's like Bushwhacker 2.0 essentially. So instead of playing Goblin Bushwhacker, Tarka's Command, 3 damage, pumps our stuff, sneaky reach even thrown in, life gain prevention, and that's essentially the deck. Attack, flood the board, win quickly. So let's whack some bushes, let's zoo it up, and see how zoo is. We might actually be able to get through most of this league in the rest of the stream. Just because I expect this to play some fast matches. All right, so back to finishing the ban list. Do you even care about the ban list? Like, am I just boring you by talking about ban list stuff? Because if I'm boring you, you could let me know, and we will not talk about the ban list. I was thinking about during tomorrow's preview stream, you should play an Eldraine tribal deck to show how busted it is compared to Kaldheim. Ooh, that's actually a cool idea, Ragman. I might have to try to build one of those. Okay, so wrapping up the ban list, someone just mentioned Strip Mine. Strip Mine has been placed on the ban list for this season. And that's basically just a shake-up thing. I don't think Strip Mine... and that one's kind of targeting me, I would say. I'm the person who just always has a Strip Mine. So if anyone's targeted by that banning, it's most likely me. But I do feel like I do play it all the time, and it does show up a lot. So I do think that banning it is fine, and I didn't really push back against it. Well, this is a good hand. We have Hellhound into... We just got to get the right mana. So Hellhound on turn 1 into Burning Tree Nikotl, Lightning Bolt if we need to on turn 2, and 2 lands for Hellhound. That's a fast start. Never Look, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. So Strip Mine's gone, although at the same time, Wasteland still exists. So we still have answers to degenerate non-basic lands, but just like blow up your random basic or whatever is off the table for this season. So okay, next one, if you want to try to guess, I would say this is a Richard targeted ban. If you had, I mean, it's definitely a Richard targeted ban. It is very clearly targeted at Richard. Any guesses at what the rest of the table might have wanted to get rid of to power down Richard a tiny bit? It is not Kithkin. Fortunately for Richard, Kithkin are not strong enough to enter the banning conversation. Oh, well, so that was actually not what I was thinking for a Richard ban, but someone did just straight up guess it, which is Teferi's Protection. Out of here for the season. Watching Commander Clash season recap, my wife said Crim's head looked like a Switch controller. Oh, I'm gonna have to tell him that. So Teferi's Protection, out of here. And to go along with it, somehow a second white card, Smothering Tithe, also out of here. So 2 white cards hitting the ban list, but that is actually not the cards I was thinking of when I said Richard targeted. If there's one person who likes to randomly make the entire table groan and cry by casting a certain type of spell that everyone in Commander hates. Like, if you looked at the saltiest list of Commander cards, I'm sure it is pretty high. Yes. Geddon and replacement Geddons, like Ravages of War. and also Blood Moon were added to, and the like mass land destruction pile. Those three got under mass land destruction, and now we're flooding out a little more than I would like. I'm gonna combat attack. We're the aggro. Get in, hit ya. So yes. So mass land destruction. Yeah, the idea was not to specifically ban. Armageddon as much as ban the Armageddon effect. So Ravages gets the ban as well. Oh, no mutagenic growth, please. Please, please, please. All right, we're almost done with the ban list. There is 3 cards left that we haven't talked about. So, there's a red card. There's a red card left. Anyone want to take a stab at what red card is among the last 3? It is not Wheel of Fortune, actually. Although, I guess you could argue that for price reasons. Yes, after looking at our stats and realizing how much we play Dockside Extortionist, and thinking about how swingy and powerful it is, thinking about the combos that exist for it, Dockside Extortionist getting the axe for this season. So no Dockside this season. Frogfinder, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. What about a homebrewed Armageddon? Like if someone casts Living Lands? Oh no, that's perfectly. Like I mean, if you're gonna jump through hoops of like animating people's lands with Kamal and casting a Pyroclasm or something, that's fine. It's not that no one can ever blow up lands, but the one card easy blow up all your land spells, like Armageddon are gone. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. If I build a red deck, or a deck that contains red, that's the first card I put into my deck, essentially, is Dockside 100% of the time. All right, we have 2 more, and these ones are a little bit harder to guess. So one is a black card that I think Crim pushed for, and it does make some amount of sense to me, but it's also a card that I don't think shows up all that often, which is kind of the weird aspect of it. Yeah, Crim dodges a bullet with counterbalance. Yes, it is Necro. Necro getting the axe for this season, which is a little weird because I feel like we don't actually. Oh my goodness, so many lands. It's a little weird because I don't feel like we actually play Necro that much, but it is a really busted card, so I cannot really complain about it being banned, even though it's not cast that often. And then one more card, and it's a green one, and this is another one. It kind of reminds me of Necro. Oh, they have mutagenic growth. Ooh. It kind of reminds me of Necro, where it is undoubtedly a powerful card, but it doesn't show up much, in part because it was out of budget last season. So technically, if you played it, it would be cheating because it was too expensive for a $100 budget. Not Sylvan Library, actually, although that is a card that was in consideration when we were talking, that was mentioned. It's not the Great Henge. This one's going to be hard to guess just because it never shows up by Commander Clash because it was out of budget, even though it is one of my Oh, yes, there it is. A Blue Kazoo. Good guess. Survival of the Fittest. That was one that Tomer kind of pushed for in specific. Now that it was technically coming off the ban list, because it was over $100, so we couldn't play it last season. So since it would be legal this year, that was one that Tomer thought would just be way too good. And it is a really powerful card. I do kind of enjoy it, but that's the ban list for the upcoming season of Commander Clash. We're doing a Commander Clash shakeup, and we're losing this game for sure. I mean, we've also kind of flooded quite a bit. We have drawn so many lands for what our deck wants to do. So the ban list to start off next season: Rhystic Study, Mystic Remora. The package of Notion Thief, Narset, Hull Breacher, the wheel package. Gaia's Cradle for price reasons, Mana Crypt for price reasons, and then Strip Mine, Mass Land Destruction like Armageddon, Ravages of War, Smothering Tithe, Teferi's Protection, Dockside, Necro, Survival. So that's what we're going to start off this season with. And if you have feedback on it, or there's things that you don't or do like about it, just let us know in the comments. Because like I said, that's what we're going to kick off the season with, but we're going to listen to feedback. And if the comments are just all like, oh my god, why'd you unban this card, or whatever, we are definitely open to making changes even before the season ends. So if there's something you feel strongly about, let us know, and we will take that into consideration. So Strip Mine was basically banned on the... Yeah, we're done on this one. Strip Mine was basically banned on the shakeup. On the shakeup theory. On the theory that it gets played a lot. And it's a card that is always a focus of the game. Like, oh, do they have the Strip Mine? Or, haha, I'm going to draw my Strip Mine and get your basic Tober. So the fact that it's heavily played, that was the biggest reason. Just to shake things up and make it a little different. And that was kind of the entire thinking of this ban list, is not that we think these cards are too good or that we would want them banned out of Commander Clash forever. I fully expect that next season, I would expect that essentially most or all of those cards that are on the ban list would be legal next season. I mean, obviously, we'll evaluate when we get to the next season, but yes, I would expect that pretty much all those cards will come off the ban list for next season. So Counterbalance is still in. We talked about it, but really, after looking at the data and realizing that Crim doesn't actually play it as much as we think he does, and because everyone felt a little bit bad, because Crim's the main person that plays the Narset stuff. Narset, Hull Breacher package. We decided that Counterbalance was fine. Like, Counterbalance isn't even good for the most part, and it does lead to some funny moments. I think one of my personal highlights from last season was the game where Gavin came on and Crim blind flipped him so many times in a row. Like, that was for me one of the funniest moments of the entire season. Oh, this might be tough. Hopefully we're not getting lava darted. Hey, what's up, Doug? We have a new donation from Dan Wildfire. $5 donation. You know, this is an action-y hand. I like that. You should run either Etherflux as often as possible just to make Crim and Tober tie. What does Etherflux do? Wait. Alright, let's play this, and I guess we go upside again. Play the Hellhound. Is that the one that taxes artifacts? Thank you so much for the donation, Doug. First episode of the new season will be next Friday. Not this Friday. The following Friday, and it will be Kaldheim time. Kaldheim will officially be here and be being played. Now let's Bull Soul Scar. Crack this. This is the kind of start you want to have with Zoo. Crack this. Get a, let's see, Temple Garden. Untapped. Hurt ourselves a lot. Grow our Dork. Play a Nakatl. Smash ya with the Hellhound. Get in with the dogs. Hit ya. Energy Flux. Hey, thank you so much, Doug. Let me look it up again. I think I know what it does. I feel like it's played... Oh, wait. Maybe it's not what I was thinking of. During each player's upkeep, destroy all artifacts that player controls. The player may play an additional 2 for each artifact he or she controls to prevent it. Oh, that actually is a card that I probably should play more. That is a good artifact hate spell. Ooh. Well, I mean, I think... Do we just stay aggro? We have 2 options. We play Thalia. Thalia is probably necessary. Alright, play Thalia. Opponent's going to opt. Sure. But Thalia's going to slow him down. Oh, I gotta update the deck list. This is a zoo. We are zooing. Alright. Go to combat. Attack ya. Opponent. I assume no blocks. Crack the fetch. Grab a Sacred Foundry tapped. Hit ya for 7, and here come the animals. Yeah, I'll update the deck list right now. My bad, I just forgot all about it. So yeah, so what do you think? We've talked a little bit about the ban list. Now I want your feedback. What do you think about it, chat? Do you think is Zoo good in 2021? That's a good question as well. What do you think about the ban list and do you think it is a good or bad change overall? Is there anything in specific that stands out to you like, oh my god, they shouldn't have done that? Like, I really wish they didn't do that. Or, oh my goodness, like, I'm glad that's back. I've always wished you would be able to play. So no price restriction with the exception that original dual lands are banned. Those are just blanket banned 100% for price purposes. I don't think that they're meaningfully better than shock lands. But they cost like $1,000 a piece. So it just makes the decks look too expensive. If you play a 5-color deck and you play the 10 original duels, 10 shock lands, 10 fetch lands, and then some basics, just that, which is not necessary to make a commander deck, just that, though, is going to make your deck like $5,000. And we just didn't want that because we want people to be able to play the deck. So unbanning Rift is good. The hate for it is ridiculous, but banning Teferi's Protection at the same time seems like a bad idea because it's the only good answer to it. That's an interesting way to look at it. I hadn't really considered that. I wonder if Deflecting Palm could work. Yeah, we're going to be on the draw this game. Ugh, we're going to probably Thalia, though, hopefully. All right, let's just run it like that. So we were just talking about them. It hasn't actually been published yet. That's a little sneak peek for stream viewers. So we were just talking about it. It'll all be listed out once we get the first episode going. There might even be a video just specifically going over the ban list briefly. Well, let's Goblin Guide to start, I guess. I feel like they're going to Lava Dart. And Lava Dart's really good against Hellhounds. Oh, Goblin Guide, get in. Opponent. Schwiftspia. What? Wild Slash. Is Wild Slash a card people play in Modern now? Is that an actual thing? Arena tomorrow. Yes, 2 Eastern early access event. Full account thanks to Wizards hooking us up. So yeah, that's the plan. Unless there's some disaster, I'm still waiting. Once I actually get my login info, then I will feel like 100% confident. But yes, I believe we will be doing Arena. I am 100% planning on it. So, and I think it's gonna work. So. But yeah, I'm super excited for it. It's going to be super fun. Now, playing a Coddle. Play a Hellhound, go to 14. Wild Slash, really? Yeah, I can't wait to start playing it. The set looks so fun. There's so many cool things I want to try. The reserve list should be done away with so duels can be affordable for anyone leaving Collection's ABU version, which will retain higher prices. 100% agree. Yeah, I mean... The funny thing is, everyone wants the reserve. I mean, I guess not literally everyone, but basically everyone wants the reserve list banished. Unfortunately, Cardboard Live doesn't actually work with Moto. It hopefully works. Well, we'll see if it works tomorrow with Arena. It works with Arena. I don't know about Early Access Day. Sometimes Early Access Day it does not. But yes. The funny thing is, everyone wants the reserve list gone, or most people. Like vendors want it gone. Mark Rosewater and other WotC people have talked about wanting it gone. Most players want it gone. So every aspect of the community would rather the reserve list go away and not be a thing. Unfortunately, that's not necessarily enough. My assumption is the problem is is lawyers. That's my guess. Is Wizards lawyers will not let them do it, or they think there's too big of a risk of a lawsuit or something. But yeah, I mean, it would be great if it happened. We're in a pretty dead sort of spot, aren't we? Well, going to 7. Playing Hellhound. We know there's a Lava Dart. The problem is we're not going to win if we're not aggressive. It's not like we can go long because they're going to play a flyer and kill us. So that's kind of the issue is like we don't really have the option to be like, oh, we're just going to do nothing for a while. Do any of you keep up on the stock market at all? I know it's kind of a weird random question, but it came up on Twitter today because GameStop is like a failing. I mean, people take issue when I say it's a failing company, but really, like, GameStop is not what it was in a world of the internet and so forth. It's a little blockbustery. It's like how people used to buy games, 15 years ago or whatever. But anyway, GameStop went from like $50 a share to like $250 a share, and it's basically thanks to Reddit and like organized buyouts essentially. But this is happening with a real world stock market with hundreds of millions of dollars being invested in these things. Like, it is real money that's being spent and happening, and it definitely, maybe there's billions on just GameStop. I mean, there's, altogether in the stock market, it's ridiculous, but it's really just MTG Finance. Like, I've been like kind of keeping up on the stock market a little bit more and more, and I find it interesting, but the GameStop thing, it really just reinforced to me that it's basically MTG Finance with a little bit more rules and on a much larger scale, but it's essentially the same thing. Like, it is very, very similar. The same shenanigans, and you got like Reddit people buying stuff out, and you got people fighting about it on Twitter, and people not liking these people, and other people not liking these people. Like, it's essentially it's just MTG Finance on a larger scale. Oh, I would also say I would not, for the life of me, buy GameStop for anywhere near its prices. Not even close. That would make me very scared. I don't think we can win. So we can Burning Tree into Whack, but Burning Tree into Whack is not lethal. Man, we actually ended up being a little close. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I guess this puts us not dead to one spell. In theory, like, we're most likely dead, but we're not dead to just a single spell if we attack this way. I mean, I guess we're dead to a single spell that kills Bushwhacker, but come on. All lands. All lands. All lands. Can we get a Tomer as cheap as possible deck? Maybe under $10 so that he could show the real power of budget. Tomer loves his budget deck, so well, I mean, yeah, we're dead to one spell that can kill us, but we're not just dead to one spell triggering prowess. Like, we can chump in one spell, go to 1. Oh my goodness. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. Block. Now our opponent blocks and goes to 1. If we get Wild Slash, I swear. If Wild Slash is the card that kills us. So if we get Dryad Arbor, swing with everything, opponent blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ping. Alright. Dryad Arbor saves the day? Maybe. Untap. Well, that's also not bad. Wayward Guide Beast. Oh, it worked! It was 2 lands. It was 2 lands in hand. Oh, all right. Score one for Zoo. Man, that was Dryad Arbor actually being good. Dryad Arbor usually drives me insane because it comes down and dies to a lava dart. But in that case, it was actually really good. Like, we did get lucky that our opponent did not have any spells in hand. Wayward Guide Beast, too. Ooh, let me see Lively. All the way up to Diamond. Congratulations. Oh, that's an interesting take on Marvel. Golgari is not the most common color, but that looks sweet. Glintsleeve Siphoner is a good card. I like Glintsleeve a lot. Ooh. Well, this hand looks like it can deal some damage. 2 bolts. 2 Zoo members. A pseudo whack. Oh, goblins. All right. Sure. Well, Windswept Teeth. Crack Windswept Teeth. Grab a Stomping Grounds, untapped, and the wildest of Nagadals. Go. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're trying to set up the combo. Oh. Well, a combo. Metallic Mimic helps with combos, too. What are your opinions on Keldheim Precons? I think they're both pretty solid. I'm grabbing both for $30. Are they $30 a piece? $30 a piece isn't bad. That seems like a reasonable price. We probably got to kill this Mimic. Well, Sacred Foundry, tapped, grow the Nicodle. There are combos that our opponent can potentially just go infinite here. So I think we gotta leave up Lightning Bolt this turn. Opponent. Oh, you get both for 30? Oh, jeez. 30 for both is great. Yeah. I didn't realize that they were that cheap, but yes, I would easily pick them up for that price. Well, there's a combo. Infinite mana combo. Kill the Mimic. I'm planning on going live at roughly 2 Eastern time. So afternoon to make up for missing Monday. Opponent cracks. Oh no, not another Mimic. Swamp. All right, well, let's see if they got a finish. So opponent has infinite mana. Oh, we could have played the land on tap, too. I still think it was probably right to play a tap, but... Oh. All right, Matron. So that should be lethal. Red cap, infinite mana, infinite Zax. Opponent's name is Goblin King, too. Well, we had a bolt we could have left up, but we didn't, and max punish. I mean, I think the Tap Foundry was actually the correct play, honestly. Oh, sadly, I actually missed Budget Magic this week because of a combination of spoiler stuff and computer building, unfortunately. But it'll be back on Monday. Spincake, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Why not both the Prospector? I think Mimic's just better, right? I think Mimic's just the better of the 2 cards. And either way, like, if we get rid of the Prospector, they could have just, like, had Prospector in hand to go with the Mimic and still comboed. So I don't think it, like, changes their odds of comboing. Top 10 lists starting tonight. First one's going up tonight. But yes, top 10 lists are here, along with a bunch of written articles of various brews. First one going up tonight. Porter, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. So even though, sadly, we did miss Budget Magic, we still have tons of content this week. So I mean... Missing Budget Magic is sad, but I didn't feel super bad just because we have so much extra stuff. Oh, we didn't actually talk about... Wow, we can't keep that. We didn't actually talk about Pyre of Heroes. What is your take on Pyre of Heroes? I'm not going to tell you who thought what about the card, because it's coming up in the top 10 videos, but that was, I think, by far the most controversial card in our top 10 list. Not so much for standard, but for formats like historic or modern. What are your thoughts? How good is the tripod? Well, the podcast is always there. Well, yes, apologies for missing Budget Magic. It was just, like I said, a combination of having to build a computer, which took a lot longer than I thought it would, all the daily spoilers and top 10s, and all the extra stuff for set release. So all that stuff just added together, and I just didn't manage to get to it, unfortunately. Which is weird, because I really value being consistent, and I hate missing stuff, so probably unplayable with Skyclave and Braid. I really want it to be good. It seems like it could be so sweet. It's just like such a sweet card. Yeah, I want to build like tribal for standard. I think it would be ridiculously bad, but it would be interesting. Opponent has some removals. I'll play a Nacatl. Oh, opponent just had like the perfect hand, I think, last game. Opponent's start this time looks a smidge less scary. Go attacking. Hit ya. You think it's against odds material? I really want it to be like a competitive card, or at least semi-competitive card. Pyre's waiting for the right human to go full busted. It feels like it has potential in me. Like, I feel like it can actually be at least decent. Decent-ish. In the right deck. Yeah, Aura and Clerics might be the most obvious standard home. I think it'd be really interesting to do, like... Oh, not another one. Ooh! Alright. Well, opponent's hand is slower, but they have all the removal in the world. Yeah. Munitions expert. Passes. Well, go to combat. Attack you. Opponent blocks. And blocks. And unblocks. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm not sure why they keep main phasing these, but blocks and blocks. Yes, our opponent is not a pretentious Goblins player. Do we cast this anyway? Mystic Reflection. Yeah, I mean, we gotta use our mana, so we get the most damage this way. Hit ya, down to 7. We have another new donation from, saw you at the market the day you walked past me, turned to look, and you said, ugh, I hate sardines. Oh, well, it is true that I hate sardines, but, thank you, MTG Sardine, for the... for the donation. Mystic Reflection is interesting. I feel like that card's better than people realized initially because it looks really weird. I don't know. So maybe, like, what do you do with the? So you can fetch it up. Well, slinging. Opponent's staying alive. We'll go to combat. We will go attacking. If we are unable to close out this game, I'm going to cry. Opponent blocks. And blocks. Oh, if they go infinite, they're going to go infinite. Oh, they're going to go infinite. No. Not like this. Like, is it actually good? Oh yeah, the Intis being pretentious was so funny. Hey, what's up, Farika Bronze? How are you? Opponent sacks, it sacks, trades us, sure. Yeah, that was just one of the funnier things that anyone's ever said to me on Magic Online. It's pretentious. So, footage of your brother. Is he much taller than you? Oh, yes. I mean, I'm actually tall. Like, compared to the average, I'm tall. I'm like somewhere between 6'3" and 6'4", but my little brother he's like legitimately 7 foot. We've actually like measured him, and he's definitely 7 foot. He might be 7'1" now. He lists himself as 6'11" because he feels like he's he's afraid that he will be typecast as the big man and be the center and have to play under the hoop, so that he won't let them list him as 7 foot, which I think is ridiculous. I keep telling him, I think it's in your benefit to be listed as 7 foot, but the funny thing is, Gunner Gabo Gang, welcome to another one. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. What deck out of Caldean was stoked for? I'm stoked for Salt Ice Snow. Salt Ice Snow does look sweet. I really want to try the Orvar deck. I really want to try Giants too. I have a pretty big list, but the Orvar combo deck is one that I really want to try the most. Well, go to combat. Attack you. Our opponent is not making this easy. They're not making this easy. Opponent. Blocks. And blocks. And this is gaining them life? That's so insane. Well, alright. Atarka's command. Do it again. Opponent gets to sack and gain life and never die. Yeah, early access is only best of one, sadly. But best of three will be there on Thursday and next week. Kaldheim trailer is ongoing. Where is it? Where's it going, Niachuk? Yeah, I'm excited for early access. It's always super fun. An opponent goes to 2, but still, of course, not dead. Never dead. Tomorrow is early access for Kaldheim on Magic Arena. So basically, you get access to it's like for content creators and stuff. But basically, Wizards hooks you up with a account with all the cards for a day, and you can play with them a bunch and stream. So we'll be doing that tomorrow afternoon at like... Oh, no. We'll be doing that tomorrow afternoon, 2-ish Eastern. I'm excited. It's going to be super fun. Opponent gets a Goblin Chieftain. Plays a Goblin Chieftain. And we're dead. That was a really frustrating loss. I don't want to say our opponent was lucky, but boy, drawing both of those life gain things were pretty brutal. Well, I guess our opponent really is the Goblin King.
Thankfully, they're back this year to help us out. Take a look at what's in store this year.
Apparently,
for the publisher of Dungeons and Dragons.
Apparently, the trailer for Kaldheim is out. So we might as well watch it real quick.
Come on! Go take the others. Go!
Wow. A lot of good stuff indeed from an iconic publisher.
A lot of good stuff indeed. I mean, that was actually a pretty good trailer, I think. I mean, I liked that wasn't bad. Was it wow, really good stuff indeed. Was it as good as like Throne of Eldraine? I think Throne of Eldraine was peak Magic trailering. Like, I think that was about as good as it gets. War was very good too. On the other hand, this wasn't bad. Like, it was still high quality. I like the metal vibe. Seeing like Tibalt and Kaya, apparently they're fighting. Yeah, Tibalt, very classic villainy. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I'm not disappointed with it. I'm used to. Traditionally, Wizards previews have been really low quality. Like pre-Throne of Eldraine, they're just like really not good. So even though this probably isn't as good as like their best work, like Throne of Eldraine or War of the Spark, it was still solid and way better than a lot. I think War is the best, really. I think the Throne of Eldraine is still my favorite. I think War is good too. I think those are two top tier ones, I would say. But I personally, I think the Throne of Eldraine one was still the best. Well, 2 burning trees. Sometimes 2 burning trees is enough. I'm glad, oh no, Tron. Sometimes 2 burning trees is not enough. Isn't aggro supposed to beat Tron? Isn't that how this is supposed to go? Forest. Alright, so traditional Tron. We need Strip Mine. Strip Mine unbanned in Modern, please. Oh, we're not 2-0. We should be 1-1. We're 1-1. We've been winning some and losing some. Yeah. Well, opponent is going to assemble Tron. We'll see if they have a sweeper. So Temple Garden untapped. Burning Tree. Oh, if only we had a Bushwhacker to go with it. Phyrexian Menadork. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, ask for Strip Mine and Wizards can negotiate down to down to Wasteland. Burning Tree. Renin 6. Ping ya. Attack ya. Oh, but this doesn't look like lethal next turn. All right, no Tron, no Tron. Tron. All right, no Tron. Tron next turn. So we have to literally win the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Atarka's Commander Bushwhacker. Off the top. Off the top. Either one. We'll take it. Or a fetch land. So, ping you. Attack you. Well, not feeling good about it now. Oh, dear. Tron, Ugin, Scoop. I know where this is headed. I know. I've seen this before a few times. Tron, Ugin, Scoop. Well, I guess we should have won the die roll. If we made a mistake, it was losing the die roll. Our opponents say, yeah, we're just going to... Well, I mean, I guess it's theoretically possible that we could win. It is exceedingly unlikely. Opponent hits us. Land. Card. Sure. It's the Step Links. And Chromatic Sphere. And corrects it. Oh, the Bolt's gotta go phase. There's oh well, this one. Nah, boy, jeez. There's no way we win without throwing this Bolt at our opponent's face. Our out is like Bolt, Goblin Guide, Bolt. Yeah, all right, more lands. Yeah, that is our pseudo out. Well, that's why you win die rolls. We'll bring in our Cleansing Wildfires. We will go down. I mean, we even had a decent start. I do feel like we've flooded out a lot more than we should. This is a deck that really wants like 2 to 3 lands outside of Ren and 6, getting them back from the graveyard. But I feel like we've gotten a lot of 5 or 6 landers, which that's tough. When you're playing a deck like this and you just draw all lands, does not usually end well. Well, trim. Actually, let's go down Ren and 6. It's kind of slow. Run it like that. All right. Well, we are on the play. What is your most hated deck? Tron, Mystic Sanctuary, Cryptic, or Opile? I mean, it's always been Tron. I've hated Tron for a long time. I do find Opile to be very annoying and Mystic Sanctuary to be very annoying, but it hasn't been around nearly as long as Tron, so. Alright, let's try it again. I mean, this is another reasonable hand, and this time we're on the play, which hopefully will make a big difference. Opponent, mulling you to 3. Don't feel bad about it at all. Hope you go to 2. Oh, yeah, we need Tron and Opile together. Find a way to mash them together. Well, I'm feeling good about this one. Opponent did a lot of mulliganing. We have a solid hand on the play. Opponent, mine. Wow, they're still going to have it. They always have it. Well, Windswept Teeth. Crack Windswept Teeth. Get a Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Play Burning Tree Emissary. Make some mana. Surge a Bushwhacker. Hit ya. For a bit. Down to 12 past the turn. Wait, what are we getting put in on this time? Cracks the map. Wait, what is the pun? So let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12. This is just game, right? Easy game. Attack you. I mean, this is what the deck wants to be doing. 3 damage +1/+1, and that's death. That is turn 3 death. Whoo! All right. Take the turn off to Hellhound. Or do you just mean play Hellhound on turn 1? Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay. I will accept that. Well, this hand's not bad. Is it enough? Opponent's keeping 7. Gonna have turn 3 Tron. Well, Stomping Grounds. Untapped. And this time, we will Hellhound. Oh, no. Come on, Cleansing Wildfire. Save us from the evil Tron. Opponent. Yeah, gonna have Tron for sure. And I think you want Pyre of Heroes to work in Historics. I think you gotta play Burning Trees and Ardent. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh. Play Hellhound, they said. Play the Hellhound. It'll be fine. I blame you, chat. Shame. Opponent cracks the expedition map. Yeah, Tron assembled. That's true, we did bait out the removal. But our opponent's got 7 mana now, which I think mean this is going to go like game 1 did. Pretty sure. Die roll seems absurdly important in the... Die roll seems absurdly important in this matchup. Well, Hellhound. Wooded Foothills. Crack Wooded Foothills. Sacred Foundry. Untapped. Grow you. Surge a Bushwhacker. That's some damage. Opponent to 6. Oh, we have hope. There's hope. Wow, opponent did not go for Tron. They went for Blast Zone, and they're going to pay the price. They're going to pay the ultimate price. The price of death. Whoa. Okay. Well, go to combat. Attack you. Opponent, they got a sack. They're dead. Double Huck. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. 3 damage. Pump 'em. Bushwhacker. Getting the job done through the Blast Zone. And okay. That was good. That was very good. Yeah, the commands can pour out some damage. I do like that this game, this deck makes games happen quickly. Either quickly win or quickly lose. Double Hawk, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 19th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Great season for your Bills. Big things to come. Who's your NBA team? Yeah, I mean, honestly, as a Bills fan, I would have loved to see them win, but I was not at all disappointed. Chiefs are really good. Mahomes is absurd. And hey, see ya, Oddity. Hopefully see you tomorrow, maybe for the preview stream. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, so I was not actually disappointed at all because the Bills greatly exceeded my expectations this year. Heading into the year, I thought it was most likely that within the next 2 years, the Bills would be looking for another quarterback. I was a huge Josh Allen skeptic, and I expected him to continue to be one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL, and then we'd be going to, coaches getting fired, and then we'd be going to... Oh, man, it's awkward. Coaches getting fired and drafting new quarterbacks, so I consider this year a big success. NBA-wise, 76ers... I followed the 76ers since really the start of the process. It was a combination of liking analytics and finding the process interesting. And Michael Carter Williams getting drafted out of Syracuse, because I tend to follow Syracuse since it's the closest major college team to me. So the combination of those two things made me a Sixers fan a while ago. So decent basketball team at least. I like soccer, but I've never really followed MLS. When I lived in Colorado, I worked and was really good friends with a British guy who just loved soccer. So that got me into soccer a little bit, but I have not followed it super closely, and I've never really followed the NFL or MLS soccer closely. Uro pile. Well, we'll see. Oh boy. Opponent. Yeah, I like the explosiveness of this deck. It does offer some explosive potential. Well, Wooded Foothills. Yeah, I guess we just crack this, get a Stomping Grounds. Ugh, we can't beat a Batterskull, though. This might be a relatively quick concession. Well, hit you for a bit, but Batterskull is going to batter our chances at winning. I lived right in Denver, and then I lived in Parker. Like, southern suburbs of Denver after that. Oh, come on, Kurt Ape. We have a lot of damage, too, but we just can't get through a Batterskull here. We're in 6. Well, Aaron Mesa. Grow it. Is there any way we can actually win from here? Oh, such a good start, but Batterskull is just the perfect card for our opponent here. Crack Aaron Mesa. Sacred Foundry, untapped. Like, if we attack out, opponent 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, go attacking. There's the Batterskull. So this attack does nothing. Opponent. Yeah, blocks. Well, now we have to run in 6. Ping. So, well, I guess we got through the Batterskull for a minute, and our opponent lost a life, and we lost to Nagato. I mean, I think that's our only option. I don't think it's an option that is probably going to be good enough, but I don't think we had any other choice but to try to do that. Opponent gonna get in with a Stoneforge. It says kills a Wrenn in 6, cracks a Flooded Strand, snow-covered island, puke. Yeah, all right, sure. Well, Batterskull. Huh. Well, I guess that means Cindervine's got to come in. I lived in Denver Metro for 7 years, and I moved home as well to Iowa. Got a bit expensive for my taste. Miss it, though, mostly for the weather oddity. Yeah, definitely interesting. Interesting weather in Colorado. I like the Colorado weather a lot, actually. Well, okay, so we're bringing 2 ways to kill Batterskull. I guess maybe a path? Go down a Wrenn in 6, Goblin Guide, Kurt Ape. Try it like that. Treasure chest, I assume, will get Keldheim probably tomorrow. It usually is when the set releases. Did I ever ski or snowboard? Yeah, I mean, I lived in Colorado, so of course you're gonna have someone that's like, okay, we gotta go skiing, you gotta do it, it's a Colorado thing. So yes, I went snowboarding one time, and it was basically just me falling down the mountain for a day, which I guess was kind of fun, but I was just not good enough at it. Ugh. No white mana, triple step links. I was just not good enough at it for it to really be enjoyable, so I've done it, but yeah. Not really my talent. It seems like it could be fun. Like, if I didn't suck at it, it would have been fun. Opponent Greg's, what's up, Teeth? I mean, it's like kind of a snowstorm here in upstate New York today. I don't mind the cold. Like, the cold is pretty normal being from upstate New York. We get some, I mean, I think we actually get harsher winters in upstate New York than Colorado does for the most part, at least my experience. Colorado gets storms, but at least in like Denver area, my experience was you would get storms, and get a ton of snow sometimes, but then it would usually warm back up. You don't get like the super cold winter where a lot of times in upstate New York, you'll have like 30-degree temperatures for a month or something with snow for like a month. Glad to see you streaming. Was a bit worried you might be rough shape after the Bills' unfortunate loss this weekend. Actually, yeah, we talked about this a tiny bit earlier, but I'm not actually really disappointed about the Bills' season at all, just because they vastly exceeded my expectations, which my expectations were that Josh Allen would continue to be horrible, and the Bills would be looking for a new quarterback and possibly in a year or two, like, new coaches and front office. So I was like super happy with how it turned out. Oh yeah. Record slightly slow to update, but yes, you're right. We're 1-2. We'll see. If we lose this one, we will. Oh no, that's not ideal. If we lose this one, we will call it the end of the league. If we wait, no, we're 2-1, right? Are we 2-1 or? Yeah, we're 2-1. Just kidding. We beat Trod somehow. Well, let's get back our land. Windswept Heath. Trigger. Crack Windswept Heath. Get a forest. Trigger. Cinder Vines. Surge. Headya. Path. Oh, no path. No path, please. Cinder Vines is nice. That deals with all these problematic equipments. Opponent has multiple swords in hand. They must have the Batter's Skull in hand, too. Because why would they be getting swords if they didn't have the Batter's Skull? So they must have Batter's Skull in hand. Yes. We have done all this by fetching and shocking. But I think that's mostly how Zoo works, is we do pretty aggressively have to fetch and shock for landfall purposes, so we do spend a lot of our life. Misty. I mean, Paul needs something good. They're at the point of just dying here. And our opponent scoops it up, and the kids are eating. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're not eating yet. I'm very near San Diego. We've had a ton of hail yesterday. Oh, I didn't know San Diego got weather like that. One more. Feed the kids. Get the chest. And then prepare for Caldibe. Caldibe. I mean, I actually think this is still challenging because of Batter's Skull, but it worked. You can see the power of the deck. And I think that's my impression of Zoo is it's really good and consistent at doing its thing. Whether or not its thing is enough to win the game, that's kind of another question. Sometimes you get the Batter's Skull and you don't win. Sometimes you dodge it and things go well. Almost pulled a duplicate punt where he walked away after winning one game and playing a match. Yeah, what? I do remember that. I don't remember what video it was in, but I do remember that. We used to have a really good winter here in Friesa. We didn't have famous ice skating route through our province, but we didn't have any snow and ice for years now. Yeah, that's actually interesting you say that, because I've noticed that here in upstate New York too, that when when I was a kid, I remember us essentially like having snow on the ground all winter. Like that's what winter was like. And this year, for example, and it's been like this the last couple of years at least. This year, we didn't really have any snow until a couple weeks ago. I mean, little flurries or whatever, but nothing to like speak of. And then yeah, this is like the second somewhat major snow we've had, and even that is not like a blizzard or anything. So I feel like the winters have gotten a lot lighter here too. Yeah, no, I remember that too. Building like massive snow forts, and I wondered if it was just like me being a kid and I was misremembering it or remembering like the fun of playing in the snow when I was a kid or something. But I've asked some like older people, older relatives and whatnot, and they were saying the same thing. Like that has been what they were thinking as well. Like, yeah, winters used to be a lot more consistently snowy back in the day, back in my day. So I don't know. I mean, I guess global warming probably. I mean, that would make sense, I guess, at least to some extent. But definitely a change. Get in, hit ya. Yeah, it's definitely weird. Alright, Celestial Purge, boo. Opponent takes 1, 18. I'm old. 21, of course. Just like Vince, always 21. No, I'm 36. So old. Oh, so much removal. Oh, that's not great. Not great, not great. That is not what we wanted to see. I feel like for our deck to be successful, we really need to get off to a fast start. If we end up... So many whacks. If we end up getting off to a... Well, let's play Wayward Guide Beast. If we end up getting off to a slow start, things go much worse. Attack with Wayward Guide Beast. And this is a slow start. Like, our opponent's multiple removal. There's still at 18. These are the games that are... Could be tough. Could be tough to win. Opponent takes it. Ooh, blocks. Okay. Well, that's fine, I guess. Opponent blocks. We get a 2/2 back. Well, playing the Stemplings. So many bushwhackers and nothing to surge him at the moment. Opponent. Hey, AC Arch. Have a great night. Good luck with the job hunt. Strike me as much younger than that. Would have guessed late 20s. I mean, age is just a number. Honestly, this is one of the funny things I've noticed. I remember being like a kid, or even being like a teenager, and I don't know if anyone else has had this experience, but I definitely remember being at a... Oh, they're gonna have this. Oh, well, we're gonna have to draw Cinder Vines. Hang on. Get a mountain. Pump. Surge a bushwhacker. Oh no, hang on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bullstone Forge, I guess. Oh no, Dream's dead. Dead. Alright. Well, I guess we gotta draw a Tarkus command, maybe? Maybe that matters? But, yeah, I remember when you were younger, you think, oh, like when I get older, it'll kind of make sense. Like, you expect there's gonna be this big change. Like, as you get older, that all of a sudden you're suddenly going to be an adult and like think like an adult, and you'll feel differently and everything. Like you'll suddenly go into adult mode. But once you actually get older, you realize that doesn't happen. And hopefully, like, a little bit smarter, maybe a little bit wiser or whatever. But really, like, my experience has been that never happens. I mean, it's still the same. You're still who you are, I think, to a great extent. So, yeah, I don't think there's any like adult mode where all of a sudden everything snaps into place and you're an adult now and everything makes sense. All right, let's do this last one. The batter's call's coming down. We don't have an answer. All right, last chance for a trophy, last chance for the night, and then we gotta get ready for Keldheim tomorrow. Here we go. Well, we're on the play. That's good news. Ooh, little land heavy, but we'll try it. We got 2 1-drops. We got the Wayward Guide Beast, the secret sauce that no one else can beat. We started off 2-0 and then lost 3 in a row with Enduring Ideal. When will the Keldheim stream be on YouTube? That's usually a sign of something unfair happening. Mono Red Prison? Huh. Well, I guess we'll see. I guess Blood Moon is pretty good against us. Temple Garden, untapped, and a Step Links, and go. Chalice of the Void also really good against us. Should be about a day after the stream. So, stream tomorrow. Are they chalice? Oh. Okay. Well, Wooded Foothills, Crack Wooded Foothills. Dryad Arbor. Go attacking. Hitcha, 16. Opponent, Scavenger Grounds, and Blood Moon. Alright, getting worse-ish. I'll play the land. Actually, maybe the Blood Moon's not that bad. Well, it is. It's not that bad, is it? Go to combat. Attack you. Opponent. What do they have? Ugh, an answer. I'll play a forest. Wild Nicodle. Surge a Bushwhacker. Hit ya. We're running short. We can't cast 99% of our deck. That Stomp probably is what gets us. More lands. Play it. I'm gonna combat attack. Opponent blocks. 3U and pump. Opponent to 6. Oh, so close. Opponent, Planebound Accomplice. And, well, I mean, I guess we can see what they're putting into play with the jank mode. Opponent. Another Blood Moon. So, how can we win this game? Is there any more lands? Is there any actual path to winning this game? We can't cast ones. So that means we have what? Burning Tree. Well, we can't play Bolt because Chalice of the Void. So that's not an out. Okay. Chalice on 2, and now we are literally hard locked. Alright. Well, I guess Cinder Vine's in. And so his deck feels like it can get off to some fast starts, but again, If you attack with both a couple of turns ago and they ate your Arbor Elf, you could have been drawing to a Tarka's command. Yeah, I guess that's true. Although, I think Thalia's kind of meh. Maybe it's fine. We can try it. It's just mostly too slow, I think, but we can try it. I mean, Warrior Champion is super slow. And double white is really tough to cast against Blood Moon. Alright, opponent. They got it. Well, I guess we gotta get a forest. I guess. Well, 1/17th, crack it. Forest. Wild Nikado. Go. Opponent. Mountain. Well, I mean, I'll also say, as a mono red prison player, opponent has also had the optimal, just the optimal hand each game. They've had, I mean, like, double optimal. They've been on the draw and had Gemstone Caverns into Chalice. So, I mean, yeah. When you got good hands with prison, you win. Opponent. Magus of the Moon. Well, we will Dryad Arbor. Go to combat. Attack. Attack. Booted. Takes it. Well, we'll see. They're down to 11. What's the last cards in hand? What can they do? Yeah, Gemstone, with Modern being so fast, is kind of a staple of prison decks now. Luca. Into an Emrakul. Alright. Well, can we literally kill our opponent this turn is the question. I don't think so. So, play Wooded Foothills. Grow. Crack Wooded Foothills. Get a Stomping Grounds untapped. Yeah, Tarkin to Bushwhacker I don't think is enough. So if we put a land into play, then this is untapped. But this being untapped is still less damage than the other options, I think. Because we can 3 and pump. That's got to be... Wait, we don't have it, right? So this blocks here. We 3 and pump. Bushwhackers 2. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, wait. Is that enough? No, because it's going to be tapped. Because we got to tap this if we want to... So we can tap Dryad Arbor, this and this. Opponent blocks here. They take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or we can hit for 3 with this and tap Dryad Arbor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we hit for 10 no matter what. Yeah, I think this leaves us exactly one short. Yeah. Oh. So close. So close. I mean, putting the land into play is the same, right? Because if we put a land into play with a Tarka, we get the ability to attack for 2 with Dryad Arbor, but we lose the ability to hit our opponent for 3 or to pump these 2 creatures for 2 with a Tarka. So I think no matter what we choose, it ends up being exactly the same. Does our opponent choose to attack? The answer is yes. Wise choice, opponent. Wise choice. Wow, that was close. I mean, our opponent had some really nice draws there. So what do we learn about Zoo? I mean, I think Zoo is pretty sweet. It gets some very aggressive starts, but it also has a tendency to get wrecked. If you draw too many lands, it goes really poorly. There are, as we saw, Chalice of the Voids in some decks, which are really good against it. So I feel like it's kind of this all-in aggro deck where if you get your opponent on like turn 4, awesome, you get some great starts, which we saw. But if you get a slow hand or you flood or your opponent has the Batter's Skull or something or the Chalice, then it suddenly becomes the worst deck in the world because it doesn't really have a backup plan. Like, its plan is to play the 1-drops, kill you turn 3, turn 4, maybe turn 5. There's no like Lurrus getting stuff back. Actually, why is there no Lurrus? I guess for the Bushwhacker. I wonder, I wonder if the Bushwhacker is worth losing Lurrus as a companion. That's actually a pretty interesting option. You think the land was lethal? I don't think so. Two from Dryad. 3 from Command. 2 from Bushwhacker, 4 from Quotable. 4, 5. Yeah, the problem with traditional Bushwhackers is they don't work with Burning Tree because you need double red. So I don't know. That's something to keep in mind. But oh my lord, everyone. On that note, we had a bit of a long one. And a long one coming into preview stream tomorrow. So we will be back streaming, I don't know, 12 hours from now or something. 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. But you can't put, so the problem is Bushwhacker needs to be Surge. That's the issue. I think that's what's being left out is Whacker hits for 2. Dryad for 2, Quotable for 4. I don't know. I guess I'd have to go back and watch it at this point. So I guess we'll have to go back and watch it. But regardless, I think we are at the end for tonight. So we will be back tomorrow. Super quick reminders. Replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams. Normal YouTube. Tons of stuff coming up on there. One more shout out to our sponsor tonight, Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, yeah, get them at cardkingdom.com. They have Kaldite up for pre-order, so check it out. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Let them know if you want one in your order notes. And on that note, everyone, most importantly, thank you to all of you. And we will be back tomorrow at 2-ish Eastern time. So until then, we'll be playing some Kaldheim. Until then, have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for being awesome and hanging out. I appreciate you all. Donations or no donations, I don't even care. I just appreciate you. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow, and I will talk to you soon.